Whether the goal is owning that first home or even a vacation getaway in a far-flung location, hopeful homeowners everywhere are questioning how much living space they really need. And when building isn't an option, turning to the real estate market can make tiny homeowning dreams come true in a big way.
Shower, we got a toilet, and we have a sink, so we have a full bath.
And you're both in there together.
Yeah.
If you've ever wanted to live the simple life in a tiny space, you'll be amazed. Wilderness locations, urban habitats. When buying a property under 500 square feet, ingenuity rules and freedom follows.
Oh my God, this does not look like our shipping containers.
That's tiny living. Alan Mizuta, an industrial engineer, is the MacGyver type who loves tinkering. And his wife, Ann, an attorney, endures his many DIY projects.
Bergen, does that smell good?
So we'll make some liquid nitrogen sorbet.
Alan is a big dreamer and a big builder. Jeez.
Alan masterfully gut renovated their house in Seattle, and as a vacation spot,
All right, cool problem. Love you.
Love you too.
they visit a piece of land they bought on Decatur, a serene, off-the-grid isle that's part of the San Juan Archipelago, just 50 miles north of Seattle. Islanders build low-impact homes here so as not to disturb the wilderness, and the Mizutas love the place.
We both have really intense jobs in Seattle, so I love the isolation of Decatur, where we feel the weight of the city just kind of melt from your shoulders.
It is remote. There isn't a hardware store or even a grocery store on the island.
8 years ago, Alan started building a vacation home on Decatur made of cargo containers. But after countless project delays, Ann can't take it anymore, and for the sake of their marriage, wants to scrap it and try Plan B. Buy a turnkey tiny house and ship it to the island.
We're gonna actually have a real bed, no more sleeping on the floor in sleeping bags. That's never happened before.
We are both ready for a break from the hard work of Decatur. And so to have something that is completely built and ready for us to just go and enjoy is a huge part of why we want to go forward with the tiny house.
The extreme DIYer in Alan has rarely agreed to this plan, as long as he has final say in the finished design. And so the Mizutas are on their way to Port Townsend, a small harbor town 20 miles north of Seattle, to hook up with tiny house builder Ann Robb.
Do you think we should do it by our hands, or do you think we should have like a garage door opener?
Ann's team has built energy-efficient modular spaces for past clients, and the Mizutas will be checking them out as inspiration for what they could get.
Prefab is not what it used to be at all, because it gives you efficiency in building and no waste, and a lot of opportunities to create a product off-site and bring it to the site already made. And you still can bring a lot of uniqueness to those products.
The Mizutas' budget is $125,000. And given Alan's culinary wizardry, they're after an awesome kitchen with great entertaining space to boot.
Hi, guys.
And
These are so cute. These are the Daybob pods.
All of House One's living areas are divided into 3 separate units that Ann calls pods.
When we say a pod, what we're talking about is this shell that's totally energy efficient. And that's what we start with, and then we build from there. You see it's got 3 pods, but I'm only gonna show you this one pod. It's 400 square feet.
But to fit everything into one space, Ann can design an extension onto the main pod and bring the total square footage up to the Mizutas' preferred 500.
Wow, it's really open.
This kitchen is huge.
I like it. Full-size appliances. Look at this, full-size dishwasher.
And oven, microwave, and convection. What's behind you?
Look at that.
Full pantry.
We could store a ton up there. Full-size fridge. That's huge. That's great.
We don't have a grocery store that we can use, so any food that we want, we need to bring out to the island with us. So it's going to be important that we actually have a place to store it.
Nice big space here. I like the view. Reminds me of the island.
Minus the water.
Well,
But I really do like how it's all glass along this wall.
do too.
So look at this. It's an electric fireplace.
I don't know why we would need that if we have all the firewood on the island.
We like to have the combustibles outside because these houses are so tight.
A tight house, what does that mean?
So this is 300% tighter. That means that there's less air that's coming in and out, and that's how we're getting the efficiency.
With tight insulation, indoor air quality needs to be monitored closely. Organic furnishings eliminate harmful airborne chemicals, as does the built-in air filtration system.
Let's go look at the bathroom.
And how's this gonna work, though? I don't see the shower.
No shower.
Well, right next door, in a separate building, the owners have designed their bedrooms and a bathroom.
A whole other pod?
That's gonna be expensive.
Well, if we made it all one pod.
Oh, you can do that?
Yes. See this bedroom right here? We're gonna add this just to the end of the pod. So I just want you to feel the size on this. This is as wide as we can make it. We can make it longer.
So we could actually fit a king-size bed in here, then?
Yes.
I love that there are so many windows in the bedroom.
I think this makes sense. We could just extend it, add it on there. The bedroom on one end, separated from the main living quarters, makes perfect sense to me. Put the bathroom in the middle, call it good.
I love the shower.
Look at that. I like
This
it.
is bigger than the shower we have at home.
No more showering with a bucket of cold water on the island. Same countertops, even in a different pod.
Yeah. I love that Anne can actually think about making that work for us and still stay in a tiny home and have it be movable, but I'm a little concerned about buying something we can't see. You know, I know we only want one pod, but I love all of the deck space.
I like that we can fabricate all that out on the island so we don't have to haul it.
Ann and Alan Mizuta are considering this super insulated, energy-efficient pod as a mobile vacation solution, but it raises a few red flags for Ann.
I'm a little concerned with the adding on of the extra bathroom and the bedroom. What would that actually cost?
You know, I think it's gonna be about $125.
I really love the pod, but it was a frustration to see a pod that was the size that we want, but it didn't have two of the essentials that we needed.
But the fact that we know we can get to where we want, this is inspiring to me.
And that's what scares me, because the main expectation we have for our relationship is that Alan take a back seat to this and learn how to relax a little bit.
No, backseat's not gonna happen.
Alan has led Ann down this road before by trying to build a container home on their Decatur Island property. And although they've got nothing to show for it after 8 years, starting a new project still tempts Alan's DIY addiction.
I'm still having a hard time picturing putting those two rooms on that pod.
All the elements were there, though, so
Yeah,
I
but
think
they
she
weren't-
did really show us what we asked for.
They weren't all together. We went to Anne so she could show us the solution with a turnkey cabin. We didn't see that here.
But I just think we're gonna have to be involved with the design to get what we want.
To be fair, Ann will have to accept some amount of design involvement on Alan's part because all of Ann Rob's options were built for other clients.
So are you ready for another one?
We're ready.
This is what we call the shipping container.
It doesn't look much like a shipping container anymore.
House 2 is a 200 square foot cargo container with an option to add on a second container for a grand total of 400 square feet.
Oh my God. This does not look like our shipping containers.
It's nice to see it finished. Wow.
It's so light in here. It's really inspiring to see the windows and see this look more like a home instead of a shipping container. Look at Alan, no metal.
Nice.
Because it's a different classification. We recycled all of the products in here.
Rescuing local building materials is an eco-friendly way to go tiny since it reduces the CO2 emitted during construction.
So this is out of an old house, so we sort of design around the pieces that we get.
It's wider than I thought it'd be. Still 8 feet, though, right?
It is,
Typical
yes.
container. I think there's room here to put in a dozen people.
I think you're crazy. There is no way we are fitting a dozen people in here, Alan. Even with the dining room, look at that. It's a tiny table, and we could maybe fit 4 people in here now. It's charming and cozy, but I think that it could really only fit me, Alan, and our dog. Having actual entertaining space, I don't see it.
So this would be the door to another whole container bedroom.
So a whole separate container for a bedroom?
Right.
2 containers then to ship out, and then I'm guessing more construction to put them together on the island.
We add a bedroom, we add 200 feet, we're 400 feet, boom, tiny house, done.
But you know, one of the things about what you're designing, you know, this is the fun part about it. We could have had the table come out from the wall and made it, or an extension.
We could double the size of the table and I still fit easy. I really see the potential here now.
Yeah, this is Alan on the project train again. I don't know.
I love his ideas. I really like working with him.
He has fantastic ideas. His vision is great, but I thought the whole idea was to have Ann do this.
I really feel the need to be involved in making this perfect. Kind of said all along, it's the quality that matters, not the size. And I want to make sure that we get the quality. It looks like you have some plans for this.
Yeah, this will have the stove. You know, this is plumb for the washer and dryer right here. And then you guys can imagine this needs to have a lot more storage, right?
I can see that. If we can put a 30-inch fridge or better over there and then storage on top, we can make that work.
What about something that flipped up on this side too? Like this whole element could have been a bar with 2 more chairs there?
I think, yeah, you're right. There could be an L that comes out here further.
You guys sound really excited about this. I'm just hearing project, project, project.
I wish that the kitchen were a little more finished so it'd be evident that
So you could
we can do it.
convince me easier?
But we can do it. I know we can.
Looks like the bathroom.
That's nice. That's tight.
This is cute.
This half-finished tiny home is made from a thriftily repurposed cargo container. But to finish the job to Alan's liking, he'd need to get involved with designing a bedroom addition.
I kept the doors open, so I was eking out like a couple extra feet here. And then it also made the drain for the shower.
So we got our shower, we got a toilet, and we have a sink. So we have a full bathroom.
And you're both in there together.
Yeah.
Don't get used to that.
It's not too tiny.
I love the stairs.
Yes. So this again was all been recycled from another job. What we're gonna do on this one is have benches around with a planter right on the outside of it. So
Is that gonna be safe to just have the planters along the edge?
Yes, because it's about 3 feet wide.
I do like the idea of a rooftop garden up here. It's something we don't have on the island because the deer eat everything. So if we could grow it up here and keep the deer out, that'd be a perfect scenario.
Having a place that we can actually be outside and have some edibles up there is really a great idea.
I like it. It's inspiration. It's what we've been aiming to get done. It's great to see it.
But I'm hesitant. I would love to see us branch away from the shipping container and have a home that actually looks like a home.
The Mazzudas own land on Decatur, a lush isle on the San Juan archipelago where Seattle nature lovers go to unwind. But finding and shipping a turnkey tiny home that requires as little tinkering on Alan's part as possible is Ann's main concern.
It was really good to see the container finished with the windows, with the interior.
But we still have to deal with putting 2 of the cargo containers in the same unit. That certainly was not move-in ready.
Although Ann Robb built this third option for another couple, it demonstrates what 2 combined pods can look like.
Welcome to the 10 pod.
This place looks huge.
So this one is 650 square feet on this top half.
The cabin is over budget by $25K, but Ann might appreciate the charm of a properly finished home.
It's really open.
High ceilings and low interior walls help distribute natural light, and the open layout eliminates bottleneck passageways.
A lot of windows. Ceiling height's great.
It's a big space, Ann.
We gave it to them unfinished, so they've refinished all this themselves.
I think the living room's great. We didn't see it exactly how we would probably build it out and use it.
I definitely could see us in a living room just like that one. On the island, the view would be very similar. I think it would be a really nice match.
And look at what the clients did with this. I think this is so innovative. I love it.
Oh, so this just drops down here. I like it. So this would become basically a separate bedroom then. I think we could make a movable wall or something here that makes it a little quicker than this, but I like the idea.
The better solution for Alan is always more complicated, more construction, and more money. The kitchen does have nice space, and this is a beautiful pantry.
I think the walk-in pantry is essential.
The stove here is a little awkward for us.
What do you think, Ann? Could we take the kitchen and kind of swap it up?
Absolutely.
How much of that's gonna be done ahead of time? How much of that has to be done on the island?
Well, these are 2 pods, so we're gonna ship separately.
So we actually are taking out 2 separate pieces and then joining it out there.
Some more construction on the island.
I see the potential.
That would be a nightmare from my perspective because it's going to be Alan in project mode. That's what we want to stay away from. Wow, this is a really big bathroom. Separate space for the toilet and the shower.
So I think this is definitely what we get with a little more square footage. The shower's gigantic.
Kind of feels like you're taking a shower outside.
I think we definitely want this if we could position it right.
There's great storage in the bathroom. You can see where they use some of the extra square footage to make room for extra bedding, extra towels, things that are important for us to have out on the island.
Toilet paper.
Wow, this is adorable.
I don't know if we need a bedroom quite this large. It's gigantic.
Well, you have to have bedroom and closet area, so that's what we're gonna manipulate.
Yeah, I do like the way they have the closets. Open closets would keep us really organized.
But this is a huge space, and then it's the second pod that we have to move. Is it really worth that?
This is a beautiful deck.
This is great. I can definitely see how we could work with this in our spot.
This modular cabin combines 2 pods into a unified open-flow bedroom and living room space. Drapes section off private areas as needed, and the deck delivers big time on outdoor living.
We don't have this elevation, so we wouldn't even need the rails around the deck. So it'll be easy for people to walk up and be part of a barbecue outside.
It's great. It's wonderful to see the different options.
I love your ideas, and it's really exciting to hear it. Why don't
We've got a lot of ideas and a lot less action. Having too many options at this point is more of an intimidation and causes me to take pause.
I think Ann is susceptible to decision fatigue. I'm turned on by having possibilities, and I think Ann's looking for a little more of a package solution.
Preparing for their short flight back to Seattle, they regrouped to discuss their options at Port Townsend's airport.
Got a lot to talk over here, Alan.
Yeah, we got some stuff to figure out, but let's do it.
All right, well, let's start with the Daybob pod.
House 1 is a super airtight, energy-efficient space, but they need to design a master suite edition before shipping it to Decatur Island.
I'm not sure if it's gonna be what we want until we see it.
Well, what do you think of the shipping container?
The second space is a shipping container model with main living room and bathroom, but an additional bedroom pod would need to be attached on the island.
This is the same old, same old.
And
It's more of the same.
House 3, with its high-ceiling entertaining space, has all living areas under one roof, but it's pricey.
And that's requiring you to do so much work on island.
But again, we'll get exactly what we want then.
Is it exactly what we want? All 3 of them will require so much effort on your part or on our part. We don't have the time. We're done with this planning and designing. We need to actually have something that's turnkey ready.
Okay, let's get out of here. Let's fly home and get it figured out.
Okay.
From years struggling to build on the island to an all-out effort to find a turnkey alternative, the Mizutas rarely fly back to Seattle empty-handed. But sometimes, great things are worth waiting for. Like the Mizutas, Ann Robb has clients looking for even tinier solutions, and she got busy designing a new model. Months later, the Mizutas fly back to Port Townsend to see a dream come true.
This is the water house. This is the pod that I think I can make your home. It's 450 square feet, and it's about $100,000.
Great, under budget.
It's gorgeous from the outside, Ann.
Entrance deck's great.
Good, come on in.
Ann, this is beautiful.
Great interior. I like it.
This is a pretty real kitchen.
The flow of this house is great. The entrance actually abuts the kitchen where people can congregate.
Wait, look at that. In a tiny house, every inch does count, and Ann's thought this through with the pantry being pulled out. We've got cutting boards or extra room for pots and pans. It's a perfect size.
Having a tiny home that can be fully constructed on the mainland and then transported to Decatur, this is a huge success.
So all local fir then for the trim and the cabinets?
Yes, it's all sustainable, and a lot of it's been reclaimed.
It really feels woodsy, and that's where we are and what we want to embrace. I love the Waterhouse Pod. I think that it really takes a lot of the elements that Alan and I are looking for.
This floor here is one of the hardest ones because remember, we're trying to do something that's really durable. So this is called woven bamboo, so it's another sustainable product.
It's beautiful. It's right on target for the size. It's right on target for entertaining.
We put a lot of interior glass so that the light comes through in the hallways.
Yeah, into a really big bathroom. I love this sink.
The toilet is double flush, meaning that it's slow flush. We're saving water.
Great. This is definitely the best that we've seen.
So, Ann, is this the bedroom?
Yes. Now you have to decide if you want your bed here or there.
In the end, the Mizzutas finally have a tiny home design that keeps Alan's tinkering in check.
It's perfect. Having this finished and in place and then enjoyable, I think that's definitely going to change how we use the island.
I think it's not only going to change our relationship with the island, but it's going to change our relationship with each other. We're no longer just going to be working a construction site together, but we can actually be enjoying some quality time together. I love that we're putting this final piece in place.
We are on a hill.
Karen and Cody are climbing the streets of San Francisco to find their own tiny home.
Wow, look at it.
It's beautiful.
Where's the stove? This is a big space.
They need a place for man and man's best friend.
And the dogs can be playing.
Like Mr. Ed.
Looks like a barn door.
But differences on price and size
It's well over our budget. Don't know if I'd want to be coming up and down those.
could have them ending up a tad short.
We definitely have to extend the bed.
We're not extending the bed. We're getting another bed that's bigger.
Smart buyers everywhere are discovering that smaller homes mean bigger lifestyles. If you've got what it takes to live in 500 square feet or less, ingenuity rules and freedom follows. That's tiny living.
Hello, how's it going?
Good, what can I get for you guys?
At first glance, Karen and Cody might seem like a typical young couple.
How is it?
It's amazing.
Being within walking distance of a place like this could be bad news in the long run.
Maybe we'll have to live at the bottom of a big hill.
But their story is anything other than ordinary. It all begins with an ocean. Karen was born at one end of the Pacific in the suburbs of Sydney, Australia, while Cody grew up over 8,000 miles away in northeastern Washington state. Years later, the two met in Hawaii when Cody was stationed as a Marine. A long-distance relationship developed, marriage followed, and lucrative tech jobs have brought them to the San Francisco area, where they now find themselves renting a small apartment, which creates some unique problems.
Don't eat too many chips before dinner because I'm making a nice salad. One of the main issues with where we're living now is there's no direct access to the outdoors, which is not great for our dogs. Drop, stay.
They have the biggest smile on their face when they get out of the tiny apartment and go out and run around.
San Francisco, known to many as the Paris of the West, is an international metropolis that offers its residents the best of the urban lifestyle. With over 350 parks, San Fran has more green space than any other municipality in the United States, and California's famous Napa and Sonoma valleys lay just north. These factors and more make it a first choice for buyers, according to local real estate agent Rachel Swan.
So did we get a response on that offer? If I had to sum up the real estate market in one word, I'd have to say explosive. It's growing at a rapid pace, and there's not a lot of inventory.
Fortunately for Karen and Cody, they're both big believers in the merits of living tiny.
It's going to be a whole new world.
I know.
I used to have a lot of stuff that had upwards of 100 pairs of shoes. When we moved over to San Francisco, we only brought with us some of our belongings and realized that we could live quite happily in a small space.
They've decided that it's time to stop renting and start owning, and they're ready to begin their hunt for San Fran Tiny.
I'm thinking on a budget we can do $800,000.
I prefer not to go over 800. What size are you thinking?
I'm thinking around 700 square foot.
Well, I'm not sure because we've committed to going tiny, and I'm thinking something around the 500 square feet mark.
I think a must-have for me is a second bedroom that can be turned into an office for my computer.
What about outdoor space? I mean, I know that's pretty important to us with the dogs.
Yeah, something with like a decent yard.
I think that's one of our key criteria for sure. All right, let's go.
Karen and Cody's first destination takes them up the sloped streets of San Francisco to a property right on budget.
So the first place I'm taking you guys today is the Sunbeam. It's $800,000, so on budget. Great, 650 square feet.
Oh, that's quite big. And we are on a hill.
Well, consider it a built-in gym membership.
Oh, wow, this is great. I like the yellow. It's nice and bright.
Let's check out the inside.
Cute, a bit different.
The layout is pretty quirky, actually. It's got some crazy kind of angles.
When you first walk into the Sunbeam, you immediately see 4 doorways, so it's a little strangely laid out.
You've got a nice little bonus room here.
Oh, wow, this looks great. Yeah, I could definitely put a desk right here.
You could turn it into the office. I've been wanting something around 500 square feet, and the Sunbeam's a little larger at 650 square feet. It's obviously got storage for clothes.
Yeah, it looks like they have some more storage.
And it looks out onto the street, and there's a beautiful view.
The office space has a lot of great natural light. I would be quite comfortable in there if I had to work from home.
Well, let's check out the bedroom.
This is a big space.
Yeah,
They've got good drawer storage over here and some more over there.
that's a really well-made cabinet.
Although there isn't an actual closet.
You know what? I think they put the closet space in the other bedroom.
Oh, well, I guess you can watch me dress while you're on the computer.
Oh, wow, this is rather small.
There is nice natural light through the window.
That's a bit weird having a window inside a shower.
Yeah, it's just got good storage. Nice under there, and also, yep, it looks pretty old and run down.
It would definitely need to be renovated down the line, but it's definitely livable at the moment.
Okay, let's check out the kitchen.
Where's the stove?
There is no stove.
But there is a gas connection down there, so at least you would be able to get a gas range in there.
I mean, obviously we can buy a stove, but we don't want to go too far over budget with all of this stuff.
There's actually no stove, there's no microwave, and there's no dishwasher. I really like to cook, and having those appliances is a really big deal for me.
There's not a lot of cabinet space.
No, has, this quirky little opening right here.
But that's really strange.
It does allow a lot of light to come through, but this fridge definitely shouldn't be there. The Sunbeam does come in exactly on our budget, but I feel like there's definitely some money that we're gonna have to spend.
One thing I love about this kitchen is it opens right to the living room.
Oh, cool.
One thing I love about this kitchen is it opens right to the living room.
Oh, cool. That is one massive TV.
Do we really need something that big?
Karen and Cody are looking for their own tiny slice of San Francisco, but not everything on the search is so tiny.
Look at that, that's perfect size.
Popcorn.
Yeah.
Movie night.
Yeah. The couch that comes with the Sunbeam is pretty amazing. It's a leather couch, and it feels like it was made to fit the actual spot that it's in. These ceilings are really high.
Makes it feel like quite a big space.
They have some really nice French doors.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Oh, this is amazing space.
Oh, wow.
Look at this deck.
Look at the sunshine. Sit out here and the dogs and the cat can be playing. The outdoor space at the Sunbeam is amazing. It's really perfect for our dogs to run around during the day.
Is this grass real?
It's actually manufactured specifically to have low maintenance for people with pets.
Oh, wow.
How great is that?
It has that artificial lawn, which is environmentally friendly. There's no watering involved, and I don't have to mow the lawn, which is great.
I really love the outdoor space. However, this house is a little larger than I'd like.
And the kitchen, it really doesn't have, anything in it at the moment. If I'm gonna have to put the money in anyway into the house, I would rather walk into something that's just ready to go.
So I was wondering if you might have something that you could show us that's perhaps a little smaller space, better kitchen.
Hey, I think I do have something I can show you. Let's go take a look.
Sounds good.
Thanks, Rachel. That was a great house.
Backyard was great.
It was perfect for our dogs. I also really love that it comes in right on budget. I do worry about having to invest a lot of money to make things like the kitchen and bathroom okay.
That office, being in was like an office / closet / second bedroom, it's a bit odd.
You could make that work, though.
Quite possibly.
House 2 takes Karen and Cody deeper into the downtown area, where both size and price take a step back.
Now we're gonna see the city view. And we're right in the downtown area of San Francisco. The place is 550 square feet and comes in under budget at $750. I know you'll like that, Karen. It's great. It's on the first floor. I know it's not top floor, but it does have a great remodeled modern kitchen.
Great.
Wow, okay.
These are the best days of our lives. We'll live without an end in sight. Every day is bright.
Opens right into the kitchen.
Yeah, it looks very new.
Oh, and it's gas range. The kitchen has a lot of great appliances. I really like cooking with gas, and I'm really excited about that.
Ooh, a
Great.
full-size dishwasher. That's a plus. It's got a lot of cupboard space.
It does have a lot of cupboard space. Countertops look quite nice. I don't really like that when you walk directly into the house that you're just in the kitchen.
I don't have such a problem with the layout. When you go tiny, there's not always going to be hallways. Having big dogs dirty after walk coming into laminate floor is probably the best option.
Easy to clean.
I'm looking for approximately 500 square feet, and the city view is pretty much perfect.
This is a great living dining combo.
I like what they've done with this space because it's a nice small table just for us to use.
And it does extend out.
Yeah, that's really practical.
Or maybe we could find a place that's a little bit bigger. I'm looking for something that's around 700 square feet, and this place comes in around 550, so it's just a little smaller than I'm willing to go.
This is a nice space for a living area. Look, it's got a great fireplace, but, you know, we'd have to think about where sofas and nice seating arrangements would go in this space. Maybe we can find something relatively small to fit in the space.
That's true.
Comes in well under our budget at $750,000, which gives us some room to make some small changes if we wanted to.
There's a nice little office nook here.
All right, this is very small. It doesn't have much depth to it. I have a pretty big monitor and a overly sized computer. It's just not gonna work for me. Not much space to get to the bathroom.
Maybe you could think about paring down. He does have too many things in his office space for people who are looking to downgrade to a tiny house.
There has been some updates to the bathroom, so it does have nice tile floor and a new vanity.
Has some good storage.
Hey, look at this. We could actually move your office into the bathroom.
Oh, look at that, filing
I
system.
knew there would be a place to put your computer. Hey, so do you think you could fit under that shower head? Is that tall enough for you?
Possibly.
There's been worse.
It's been a lot worse.
One thing I don't like about the bathroom is there's no natural ventilation. One of the downsides to apartment living is there's always a little less natural light and a little less airflow than a freestanding house.
Well, let's check out the bedroom. It certainly has a fun red door.
That's
right.
very bright.
I'm pretty sure it splits open, like Mr. Ed.
Hey there, Wilma.
It's like Mr. Ed.
Hey there, Wilma. It looks a bit like a barn door.
Karen and Cody are determined to find their own tiny home in San Francisco, no matter what stands in their way.
Wow, this is very blue.
The door's not staying red and the walls aren't staying blue, that's for certain.
Well, what size is the bed?
This is actually a full size.
I'm pretty sure my feet are gonna go off the edge here. Oh, yep. So we definitely have to extend the bed.
We're not extending the bed, we're getting another bed that's
another
bigger. It feels bigger because it opens out onto the balcony. Wow, it's really big.
Very big.
Could this be a great space for the dogs?
There's enough space for them to run around in if we're not home during the day.
Yeah, I know the place is smaller than you wanted, Cody, but this is indoor-outdoor living here.
Yeah, like this would be the place you'd want to entertain people rather than inside. I can put a barbecue and cook up a pretty great feast for a decent amount of people, so that'd be pretty cool.
It ticks a lot of my criteria. It's got a great open outdoor space.
And I really like the kitchen. The issue is I really don't like the office at all. The nook is not going to work for me.
You know, I think I might have something that's perfect for you guys. Let's go take a look.
All right.
I really like the outdoor space. The size was just about right, kind of what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that it was right under budget.
The kitchen was great, but there was no office. There was only a nook, and I don't think I really like that at all.
No, we'd have to do something pretty creative to make that work for you.
For the third house, Rachel shows Karen and Cody something on the larger side of tiny.
Now we're gonna see the Craftsman. It's a great house, 725 square feet
Okay.
and 900,000.
Oh, it's a little big and a little overpriced.
Yeah, but it does have a dedicated office space
like
for
that.
Cody.
Oh, wow, look at this.
Oh, that's
this is
beautiful.
It's nice and bright.
Yeah, definitely curb appeal, and I
Yes.
think you're gonna love the house.
I'm gonna take this life and turn it into something.
There's a nice little foyer and breakfast nook.
Oh, yeah, look at that. It's got a bit of storage. Is that storage in there?
And a little bit of storage here as well.
Fantastic. Oh, and I just love the natural light. It's a great use of space. It allows us to sit down and have a meal in a tiny environment.
Let's check out the living room.
Oh, wow, look at it. It's huge.
It's beautiful.
And all the natural light. It's quite large, though, for a tiny house.
It is quite large.
The Craftsman's at 725 square feet is quite a bit bigger than I would like to go. Oh, the couch looks really great and comfortable. I can imagine hanging out here with the sunshine and watching the TV.
Yeah.
With these cupboards.
Well, this is really great for a small house because you've got a Murphy bed in here.
Oh, wow, that is very cool.
Yeah, but I can see why it's well over our budget.
I think the living room is great. You know, I like that it does have that pull-down bed so that if you had somebody stay over.
Let's take a look at the bathroom.
Okay.
Right. It's a great use of space.
Oh, wow, it's beautifully remodeled. And the natural airflow with a window, which is definitely a priority for me. Do you think you'd fit on the toilet? It looks pretty small. The small toilet might be a little uncomfortable for somebody as tall as Cody. Good for your core muscles to get down there. And we certainly would not be replacing anything in the home if we were to buy something that was $100,000 over budget. Oh, another beautifully refinished room.
Oh, that's a gas stove.
Yeah, your favorite, gas.
And convection, nice.
And the full-size dishwasher, also very important. Cody's definitely the cook in the family, and I'm happy to clean up after him. They don't see a refrigerator.
Actually, they're called panel refrigerators, so they blend right in.
Oh my goodness, that's really clever. I like that.
And I like the storage, the pots up there. The countertops are really nice. The appliances look brand new, and I just really enjoyed the kitchen.
We'll find the bedroom downstairs.
I don't know if I'd want to be coming up and down those all the time. I don't know why anybody would design stairs like that. I just think they're impractical and they look a little weird.
It is a quite small space.
And I think for a small house, it's actually quite large. Seems to have a lot of storage.
Got some great storage back here as well.
What do you think of the bed size?
I think it's bigger than the last one.
It's a beautiful room, although if you have to get up and go to the bathroom in the nighttime, to get up and down those stairs might be a bit iffy.
Let's head outside.
Oh, wow, this is really cute.
This is like an outdoor fire using some gas.
Yeah, it's a beautiful feature. I think, though, you'd probably be better off with a barbecue out here, and I don't really see the right space for that.
Well, it does wrap around the corner a little here.
We could fit something up there. I think if it was just you and I, it would be almost perfect, but we're looking for space for our dogs to be in during the day and run around.
Well, you know, this neighborhood has plenty of parks and great dog walkers.
With this house, we'd already be quite over budget. A dog walker in this neighborhood would be an additional expense that I just don't think we could afford.
Well, we've got one surprise for you, Cody, so let's see how you feel after you see the home office.
Oh, great.
Let's see how you feel after you see the home office.
Oh, great. This is much better. Yeah, you could put a decent-sized desk right there. You have some light coming in.
Karen and Cody have their sights set on going tiny in San Francisco, but the journey there might not be so straightforward.
You could play your computer games and I wouldn't even know about it. I've been wanting something around 500 square feet. However, I think that I need to compromise a little bit, and a good office space for Cody is very important.
I really like the office. It had a lot of room. I also really like the kitchen. Had some great appliances.
I really love all the bright natural light that comes into this house. And what I'm not so keen on is it being so far over our budget.
I'm sure you guys have a lot to talk about, so why don't you guys give me a call when you decide?
Oh, great.
Having seen 3 very different versions of San Fran Tiny, Karen and Cody recognize that a decision needs to be made.
We saw 3 pretty amazing places.
Yeah, 2 freestanding and that apartment. And the apartment, the city view, I really didn't like the fact that it didn't have an office. It was a nook.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think we both can agree that that one's definitely off the table.
House 2 comes in as the smallest property at 550 square feet with an under-budget price of $750,000. The spacious outdoor area gives the dogs plenty of running room, but the tight office nook and the short bed create real problems for practical living.
I agree, it really didn't have a good office space for you at all. So out of the 2 houses that are left, are you leaning one way or another?
I'm actually leaning towards the Craftsman myself.
House 3 is the biggest all around, breaking the budget at $900K and measuring 725 square feet. The kitchen and separate office space are move-in ready, but the awkward stairs and hefty price could make it a tough climb.
Has a really nice kitchen, ready for us to just move right in. And it has that office that's detached from the rest of the house.
To be honest, I'm really leaning towards the sunbeam.
House 1 lands right on budget at $800,000, with the sectioned interior at 650 square feet. The backyard offers plenty of room for both man and animal alike, but the half-finished kitchen creates some serious reservations.
That backyard is just perfect for what we were looking for, and it's right on our budget.
But the kitchen in the Craftsman has everything that we need.
But we could make the kitchen in the sunbeam exactly as we wanted it. And I know that you like the office space. However, those stairs are really scary.
2 weeks, we running up and down those things.
Yeah, I don't think so. Let's talk about the outdoor space. The outdoor space in the Craftsman is really not suitable for our dogs.
You know, we have parks around, and we could get a dog walker.
But do you really want to go so far over our budget when we could have the perfect yard?
You know what? I think you're right. That backyard is definitely something that our dogs are really gonna love. I think we should go with the sunbeam.
Really?
Yeah, let's go call Rachel.
Let's do it.
All right.
2 months later, Karen and Cody are moved in and loving tiny life in San Francisco, where their four-legged friends seem to be equally satisfied.
Oh, hello. Do you think you're going to get up there, do you? The Sunbeam house is perfect for us.
He is, buddy. It's just an amazing space, and we just love it here in the neighborhood.
Hey, I was just wondering what you want to do for dinner tonight.
Pizza.
Oh, pizza sounds good. I'll order some. We will need to do a lot of work, but it's still fully functional at the moment, other than the stove.
Come on, Charlie.
The backyard is perfect. The dogs love it. The cat loves it. We love it.
This way. The office/bedroom/closet is actually not that big a deal at all. I have a great desk in there now, and my computer equipment fits just fine.
Sit down.
I really feel like we found the perfect size. It is a bit smaller than I was looking for.
Sit. But now that we're living in it, the 500 square feet I was originally aiming at might have been a little small for us. We should go for a hike with these guys.
Mount Tam?
Mount Tam. The best thing about going tiny is not having to have a lot of material belongings and to really appreciate the other things in life, such as getting out, spending time with friends and family.
This view is just amazing. There's a lot of things in your life that you actually don't use or even need.
It's really exciting to enter into the San Francisco market. It's a great investment opportunity, but more importantly, it makes us feel settled and at home in a new city.
Whether the goal is owning that first home or even a vacation getaway in a far-flung location, hopeful homeowners everywhere are questioning how much living space they really need. And when building isn't an option, turning to the real estate market can make tiny homeowning dreams come true in a big way.
We're looking at a bed at least this length.
And then we've got maybe like this little kind of alley to walk in.
Huh.
If you've ever wanted to live this simple life in a tiny space, you'll be amazed. Wilderness locations, urban habitats. When buying a property under 500 square feet, ingenuity rules and freedom follows.
There's plenty of room up here, actually.
Oh, watch your head.
Woo. That's tiny living.
You want me in this one?
Yeah, just be careful. That looks pretty good. I got you sticking your head out like a giraffe. Austin's an amazing town. I'm born and raised here. People are friendly. It's colorful. You feel comfortable here. You can talk to people. Need a hand?
No.
You got it.
Austin, to me, is a perfect mix of city and country. It's just a really fun, awesome place. I just fell in love with it from the first time that I visited.
Tiny house hunters Michael and Beth met in Colorado. As a couple, their shared passion for world travel has taken them as far away as Australia, and they're not done traveling yet.
Come on, Vic.
Good boy.
Can you go for a walk?
I just want to know what's over the next hill, and it also inspires me to think creatively. What does Victor think?
I think he's gonna dig a tiny house. He's a little dude in his own right.
I love to travel because it gives me a reset, so that when I come back, it's like you see things a new set of eyes.
Home base is currently Michael's house in Austin.
I've owned the current home for a little over 10 years. It's an old house built in the 50s. It's around 1,000 square feet. There's a lot of quirks to the home, and honestly, there's a lot of landscaping as well. So I'm working on it almost every day, it seems like. Yeah, I'm actually just finishing the contract right now.
Michael works in real estate in Austin.
They'd be staying for about 3 months.
Beth is an online rental agent for apartments in Manhattan and can work from anywhere.
Think we got enough space back here? Put a tiny house?
Their newest plan is to buy a custom fabricated tiny home, place it in their own backyard to use in between trips, and rent out the big house to help fund their adventures.
We've taken a look at the backyard, measured that out. I think we're gonna be able to fit a nice little tiny house back here. That's 16 feet right there. I wonder if we'll go that wide or more like 14 feet.
I think it'll fit pretty nicely.
They've done some research and have their own priorities in tiny homes.
I'm thinking ultra-modern, futuristic spaceships.
Really? Where's that coming from?
I'm ready to go 180 degrees. Let's do something bold.
We're going tiny, but a decent-sized kitchen would definitely be, I think, on the top of our list. I mean, I love to cook. You love to eat what I cook, right?
True.
Michael and Beth have contacted a broker named Chase Smith who knows the Austin tiny market well.
A lot of people are choosing to go tiny, especially the younger people that maybe they don't have a big family yet, and they're just wanting to live life.
Beth and Michael have set a budget of $50,000 and think 325 square feet is ideal for their lifestyle and their backyard.
Now, Michael and Beth, you need to check this place out. This is from a company called Kanga. The design is called the Modern. This is 280 square feet.
Okay. It's a little small, but...
But it comes in at your budget right around $50,000.
Perfect.
All right, let's take a look.
This is more of like a studio space, so it's kind of really spread out. You got high ceilings.
I like the clerestory windows.
Yeah,
isn't
that really
for sure. What kind of wood is that, Chase?
That's a tongue and groove knotty pine.
I like the open feel. What do you think?
I think we're gonna get on each other's nerves like this, that if we could have some kind of separation. You think we could work, eat, and entertain in this one space?
I mean, you have to. Get some more chairs.
We could use the space better, maybe have a built-in, you know, a table that folds down. A desk could go here, and that would be a better use of space right there. You could work there, we'd have separate work and eat spaces.
Yeah. This looks like the closet here, Chase.
Exactly. That's a utility closet. You could put a washer and dryer in there.
So is this the only closet in the...
That is the only closet space.
We either have to do washer, dryer, or clothes.
We don't have a washer and dryer in here, though. How are you going to be washing our clothes? Old-fashioned style?
I guess we'll have to get a wash tub.
I think the closet is a great example of maybe having to make some sacrifices in tiny living.
If we can tweak a few things here or there, I think we can ultimately end up with the perfect space and not have to sacrifice.
That's a good size for such a tiny space, for sure. I'm kind of surprised. Big sink, big fridge.
This is cool. There's tons of storage. What about this cooktop, though?
It's like 2 burners, no oven.
I think you're a 4-burner girl.
Fortunately, with the builder, they do all sorts of options. Just come in with a full stove and a 4-top.
I mean, it kind of has a little bit of a sterile feel to me.
I don't know. I think it's pretty cool. It's got the stainless look, futuristic and sleek. The kitchen was really moving in the direction of what I'm looking for. If I want to do something brand new and change the way we live, I want it to represent the most modern thing we can get.
Well, let's go take a look at the bathroom. It's right over here. There's some modern fixtures inside.
This is pretty cool.
I think the drawers under the sink is a good idea, a little stacking. I like the tile.
You're alone on that one.
I don't know, man, you need some color somewhere.
That's true.
A little design.
I think if we get rid of the shower, we could be in business.
What are you thinking?
Full-size tub. After a hard day at work, I like to kick my feet up and relax in the tub a little bit.
Get your soaking going on.
Yeah.
Come over here and take a look at the bedroom. Well, let's take a look at the bedroom area. Got a nice queen-size bed, that modern look you were talking about.
Austin dwellers Beth and Michael are on the hunt for a tiny house that frees them up to travel, but this one doesn't give them a lot of room to maneuver.
So this has some storage under it, but can you access it? Barely.
can't really move too much. Maybe if you got a full bed or something like that, it would help. What is that, Chase?
That's a dual split AC. It
like
does
that.
heat and air.
We're practically in the kitchen when we're in the bed, so I'm still feeling that need for like some kind of separation.
Are you trying to say you don't like my cooking?
I love that. I'll be able to smell it from bed.
When people do go the studio route, they try to separate the spaces with bookshelves.
Okay.
And they just get creative and go with it, you know?
It was almost like bunk beds would be better in there, but I don't think Michael and I would really go for that.
No, I don't think that'll work.
You got a really nice sized deck out here, 6 feet wide by 20 feet long, giving you 120 square feet.
All right, I like that.
Yeah, you got the treated pine stained in the cedar and then real cedar rails.
We talked about having indoor-outdoor living, and having this deck out here really makes it for us.
It is a little funny, though. I mean, it gives you less inside living space.
There's all sorts of options. You could extend this wall out and give yourself a little more indoor space. So after seeing the modern design, what do you guys think?
Well, I really like the style of it. It has a comfy kind of home feel. I was surprised that in such a tiny space, the kitchen would get so much allotted to it.
The biggest thing for me is that there's no separation. In a perfect world, if you could show us something with maybe a separate space, that would be great.
I think I have an idea, and we can go ahead and take a look at it right now.
Sounds good.
Cool, sounds
Yeah,
great.
let's do
Right
it.
on, come on.
Not only is there no separate bedroom, you know, trying to get into that bedroom, I can barely slide by on the side, no room for a desk or an end table or anything.
You would have to be like turning down your music and stuff if I'm trying to take work calls and everything.
Right.
But we're going tiny. It seems like it would kind of come with the package.
Yeah, that's true. We're doing tiny living, but I want to see something with a separate bedroom, a man cave, something.
All right, well, we'll just have to,
See what Chase has next.
yeah.
All right, guys, here's another Kanga design. It's called the Cottage.
Definitely looks like a cottage.
It's a little bit bigger, 416 square feet, but it is a little bit out of your budget at $60,000.
Ooh, okay.
All right, well, let's take a look.
Come on in. See, you got the high ceilings, so using that good-looking knotty pine, tongue and groove.
Uh-huh. Bit more space. They've even got a wraparound couch.
I could see something different, like a little bit smaller couch and maybe something over here to put a turntable or store some vinyl in.
If you've got it, use it for maybe a couple more things. And then 2 entries, which is nice.
Two
That's
entries,
different.
the double doors here in the front, and then you got a single door leading out to a garage carport area.
And then another door. Where is this going? Is that a closet or, oh, look, there's a washer dryer.
All right, that's nice.
Stackable washer and dryer in there. There is another closet. It's in the back bedroom.
Does feel pretty vintagey, kind of like what we're living in right now.
Yeah, more like a house versus like something tiny and
Not
new
too
for us.
futuristic, not really a spaceship. I don't see this taking off anytime soon. This is not my style. This is an old-timey cottage. I feel like I'm in a maple syrup commercial in this place.
I don't think the style of the place bothers me. The fact that we could actually put a couch in there or do other things with it that would work better for us.
Why don't y'all take a look at the kitchen? You got stainless steel appliances.
Okay.
Still a good size, like in the modern. Nice double sink, that's definitely a plus. And they've got the 2-burner stovetop. I guess we could put an oven and the 4-top in again.
But we're at 60,000. We don't have a lot to play with. I think we might be 2-burner couple in this.
I don't know, that could be a problem for me.
Definitely still the country style. I can see Beth putting a hot apple pie out on the windowsill here.
2 home style for you?
Yeah, a little bit, a little bit.
The kitchen was great. It was still a decent size for a tiny house for sure. It had the double sink. I really liked that butcher block countertop.
As an owner of a home already, I know that there's unforeseen costs, so to start over budget, I don't know how we're gonna do the 4-burner stovetop, and Beth's a 4-burner girl. I don't know if that's gonna work for us.
Let's take a look at the bathroom. It's right over here.
Little pocket door, that's cool. Oh, wow. Full-size tub.
Happy with that, huh? You could lie down in there.
I'm feeling the tub.
Still got a little bit of storage going on in here,
Dual
which you
storage
definitely
underneath.
need. Yeah.
The bathroom was a big hit with me. It was great to see a full-size tub finally in a tiny house.
And then, well, where's this going?
That goes right to the bedroom.
It's great to have ensuite bathroom, so you can not only access the bathroom from the kitchen, but also from the bedroom.
All right, look at this separation of space.
Oh, nice.
I like how we can actually move around this bed here, and there's some space on both sides.
First model we saw, I didn't see any space. I could see vinyl records going in here, turntable, television. This is really great.
And you got the 2 windows.
Laying in bed, looking out the windows. That's what it's all about right there.
Here's the closet.
Yeah, another pocket door leading to the closet.
Great, and that's actually a decent size.
Yeah, it actually goes back 2 layers.
Having the full-size bedroom was great. It's a real hit when it comes to separation of living and sleeping space.
Right over here, we have our loft space.
I'm going first. Braving
All
the
right,
ladder.
hang on to the railings. It's cool.
Beth and Michael are looking at a tiny home in Austin. It's $10,000 over budget, but the extra space is a big perk.
I'm feeling this now. This is more of a little man cave. Well, there's plenty of room up here, actually.
Oh, watch your head. Ooh. They've got 2 twin beds in here, too, and you can still move around.
That's great. We could have guests, even.
Still some good light coming in from the window.
I could even see using this as, you know, a little office space, maybe. It was a little bit tricky getting up the ladder, but once you're up there, there's a ton you could do with that space. It was private, you know, I could definitely see myself kicking back and using that as a man cave.
All right, guys, come on out here on the porch. You see you got a lot of room on this porch. It's 6 foot wide by 26 feet long.
Yeah, it's nice to have that roof on this one, like another little living space.
This is a huge patio. Our tiny house is going in our backyard, so to add a house of this size and have a deck that big, I don't know if that's gonna work for us.
All right, guys, now that you've seen the cottage, what do you think?
I mean, I love the space. And the loft was great. It was definitely a bonus.
The bathroom was great, too. I saw a full-size tub for the first time. On the downside, this is, you know, the old-timey cottage, and I'm looking for that sleek, futuristic spaceship, and I'd love to see something like that.
I do have something. It's very, very modern.
Sounds good. Let's
All
blast
right, come
off.
on.
Take me there.
Chase's next pick may be closer to the futuristic style Michael's looking for.
Here's your ultra-modern design.
Whoa, cool. I love it.
This is an Austin green energy building.
Definitely looks like a spaceship. I'm loving it.
It's right at 288 square feet. At $45,000, it's right around your budget.
All right.
Come on in. Got real high ceilings. Got a eucalyptus flooring here, which is green approved.
Okay, I love that.
Got big windows.
You don't need a TV with the windows like that. We'll be oriented west at my house. We might be getting baked by the west sun.
I like how there's all these windows, but it keeps us with just this space, really, I think, for furniture.
We'd have to get some pretty sleek furniture. I could hang some shelves up here, maybe. Just only I could reach the records, but no touching for you.
Thanks a lot. Yeah, I think I would need a footstool in this place.
Guys, notice the slant of the ceiling? That's been done on purpose to bring in your solar panels so they absorb the most sunlight. You could actually have a net zero draw space. You could really get off the grid.
Okay, I love that. That's super
that's
cool. The style was right up my alley. Really modern, really futuristic, total spaceship vibe. Starting off, we're $5,000 under budget, and at some point we could add solar panels. You'd save some serious money there.
Take a look at the kitchen.
Some shelving, not as much as we've seen before.
So that's not gas, not electric. What is that?
No, that's induction heating, and it's very highly energy efficient and a very even cook to it.
Oh,
nice.
okay. So that's
step up from
kind of
electric.
interesting. Yeah, I think I like that better than the electric.
It's a little more high-end than the electric.
Okay.
Definitely. The good thing is you do have space for kind of a convection/microwave oven.
Okay.
That can help you with your baking.
It goes up
Yeah,
there.
that would make a big difference. I'm definitely feeling the style. This is ultra modern and sleek.
Yeah, it's definitely more up your alley. The kitchen definitely had the plus of being a decent size for the space, but we had that small fridge in there, and that 2-burner stove top was negative for sure.
Okay, so this is the bedroom.
Good light coming in.
Yeah, and a little bit of separation of space.
You could have a little bit more separation. Put a door right here.
Half the bathroom's in the bedroom. That's decent style, at least.
Kind of feels like we're in a hotel.
Yeah. Bathroom over here. Okay, here's a clothes closet.
Okay.
You can really see it's getting tight again now that we're back at 280 square feet. But it looks like maybe we won't need a dresser. There's some kind of built-in shelving here for clothes. That's cool.
How do you think we would orient the bed? Where would the head go, the foot?
I'm not seeing any room for furniture. I'm 6'2", so we're looking at a bed at least this length.
And then we've got maybe like this little kind of alley to walk in.
Huh. And this door must be the shower and toilet.
Yes, it is.
The rest of the bathroom.
Cozy.
Kind of tiny.
Beth and Michael are scoping out a tiny house that fits Michael's ultra-modern sensibilities.
Toiletries. Oof.
But it might be too much form and not enough function.
Okay, there's more storage though. We're gonna have to have some storage for towels, toiletries. It definitely doesn't have my tub, so no soaking for me.
This is definitely for one. And this is a really big decision for us. We're going from a bigger house to this tiny house, so there's things that are important to both of us. Some of them are in common, some of them aren't.
We both have our own strong opinions, and we're just gonna have to put them out there and come to the table and see what happens.
Chase has given Michael and Beth 3 tiny options: a small modern house, a larger country cottage, and a futuristic home ready for liftoff.
To make it easier, we can get rid of one of them.
I can get rid of the cottage.
House 2 is $10,000 over budget at $60,000. At 416 square feet, it has the separation of space Michael wanted, but its down-home country style doesn't charm him.
Just really not what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
I think that's out for sure.
Okay, so the cottage is out.
So which one are you feeling?
I tell you, I'm feeling the modern.
House 1 is 280 square feet and on budget at $50,000. It offers options for customization, but the current layout is extremely tight for 2.
I'm definitely going with the green. If we're gonna go modern, I wanna go all the way, and that's the coolest by far.
House 3 is 288 square feet and at $45,000 is under budget by $5,000. The ultra-modern look appeals to Michael, but the design is much less flexible.
My main thing is the kitchen. We've got that mini fridge. If we moved it out, there's nowhere to put a bigger fridge. But the kitchen for me in the modern is just way better.
There's absolutely no separation. It's like going back to college. We go with the green, we've got extra money left over. We can be creative, we can make changes. We can buy furniture, we can travel. We're not gonna be house poor.
Yeah, but I don't feel like money can necessarily pay for the things that don't click with me in the green, like the overall style. You can't use the money to change the whole look.
Ultimately, it comes down to that separate space. Can we really live in one open studio space without wanting to kill each other?
You know, I think we can. I think we can make it work.
All right, then, let's do the modern. But I do want a full-size tub, and I want a little more indoor space, and we'll cut back a little on the deck.
Sounds good to me. I think we can make that work with it.
Sounds like a plan.
All right.
Michael and Beth order a custom version of the modern, and construction begins. Prefabricated sections are trucked in and assembled on site. The walls and roof are in place in under a week. We checked in on them 3 months later.
Originally, the model we saw was 280 square feet. We went with a 336 square foot model, so it's a little bit bigger, more interior space, and a slightly smaller deck.
Moving the entry door and deck from the front of the house to the side of the house really paid off.
The side entrance gives us more wall on the long side and also allows us more privacy from the other house because we're not facing them when we come in and out.
I think Victor and I might take a little nap.
Okay, you want a little quiet time?
Well, I'll just put this divider up.
That extra 50 or 60 square feet, it feels like we actually have a separate bedroom space and we can create a separation.
We'll see you in a little bit.
Okay, have a good nap.
All right.
Night, Victor. I had to give a little bit on the ultra-modern spaceship style, but I've really come around to this. We went with a fully tiled-out bathroom and a full-size tub, which was one of the key issues for me. We were able to fit it all in without taking up too much space. What you making?
I'm making some eggs Migas style.
Oh, nice, Migas style.
Cooking new kitchen works. It's a little bit less counter space than I'm used to, but I got my stove and my oven, and so I've been making it work.
Everything tastes good in the tiny house.
A nice little breakfast taco. Yeah, you can't have any. That's hot salsa.
And just as they expected, going tiny makes the outside world all the more inviting.
The deck gives us another little space. I like to go out there on a nice day, hang out a little bit.
We went with a covered deck, so, even if a rainstorm blows in, we can still sit out there, have coffee, and watch the garden grow.
Or just head out to a wine bar and hang with their friends.
How do you think it's been working out?
Freaking great. We're renting out the front house and living in the back, and we can just lock it and leave it and travel now.
Oh, where to?
Spain.
Maybe hit up Portugal, a little wine country.
Yeah. I feel like going tiny has allowed me to be more who I want to be. I want to travel light, and I want to live light, and I've been able to do that with going tiny.
It's like less is more, and it's really working.
Tiny is the new big, and the downsizing movement is here to stay.
This is so cute.
Don't underestimate these tiny abodes. Wow.
Woo!
awesome. There's a washer dryer right here.
The sky is the limit when going tiny.
Oh my God.
It's crazy.
Microlofts? Check.
Oh, ow.
Backcountry retreats? Check. Beach getaways? Check. Whatever your dream is, Tiny can take you there. It's all about the art of the hunt. In this episode, we hit up Omaha, Nebraska, where an on-the-go entrepreneur weighs her options between a rustic micro mini.
There's a spider on the wall.
Got it. A traditional tiny.
Well, I've spilled my wine. I don't know about you.
And a compact carriage house.
Excuse me. I'm just gonna. It's kind of romantic.
3 incredible houses, 1 tough decision. This is Tiny House Hunting.
Hold on, baby. You having fun?
Rebecca's an adventurous go-getter who doesn't hold back.
Ginger, you have to stay in.
She spent the last decade on a non-stop quest for success. There are high-stakes finance jobs in New York and London, travel, and even learning to fly. She has a big life, but no time to enjoy it all.
A lot of things come up on a daily basis, so it just makes my schedule very, very unpredictable. I don't want to be tied down by having to do yard work all the time, a big house that is just very burdensome in that sense. Going tiny would allow me to focus on my entrepreneurial endeavors and just living life on my own terms. Okay, so there are a couple things you need from me.
After traveling the world for both work and play, Big City Rebecca is ready for her next venture. She's starting a new biz with her best friend back in her hometown of Omaha.
Omaha is going through a huge renaissance, if you will. People have put so much investment into the downtown, midtown area, into growing businesses, into funding young startups. It's just become a really, really fun, eclectic, enjoyable place to live. Totally different from when I was originally here.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
All right, you ready to go to brunch?
Almost. I actually just have to send off this one more email.
With a growing business to deal with and financially support, she wants out of her large, expensive rental and into a low-maintenance, budget-friendly tiny house with her dog, Ginger.
Ginger, be a lady.
She's recruited her business-savvy friend, Jake, to help her out with the hunt.
She's this kind of quirky, cool, entrepreneurial person that is just driving her own path.
Rebecca's willing to invest 80 grand in savings on a house that will be her home and office. A yard for Ginger is a must, and she has a tiny size in mind to help keep the cost down.
I'm thinking about 400 square feet, although I don't really know what that means.
Right.
Obviously, storage space is super important to me. I don't need a lot of space to live, but I do have a lot of things I want to store. And then, because I work from home, I want a really nice little desk area. I'm really looking forward to seeing what Aaron has found for us.
Yeah.
We'll see.
They drive 25 miles from downtown to meet up with local realtor Aaron Heffley at House 1. He's lined up a place that's super tiny by Omaha standards, but with the budget-friendly price tag and the flexibility of a mobile home, it could be good for Rebecca's business.
Hi.
Hi guys, how are you?
So I have to ask, where are we?
I know this is definitely a little further away than what you wanted to be, but
Yeah.
you know, I definitely wanted to start our tours on one that is a true tiny home. It is also mobile. How big do you think this one is to start out?
Wow. I would say maybe 50? I don't have a good gauge, but
You think
that's
so?
very small.
You think so? That's 170 square feet. Definitely tiny. There's a relatively limited market, I would say, for tiny houses. Most people around Omaha really enjoy their space. There's really not a ton of tiny houses around here. So it's definitely going to be a challenge to find Rebecca exactly what she's looking for. So we call this the Mini Modern, $70,000. It's a 1-bed, 1-bath house. Let's take a look and see what you think.
Oh, boy.
Oh, wow, this is cool.
There's a spider on the wall. No!
Got it.
This is pretty shocking. But, I mean, it's cute.
When she said 400 square feet, I thought she was a little crazy. This is 170, and I think it was a good wake-up call to what she's looking for.
This is the absolute definition of minimum maintenance. And there's some very creative ways that they've come up to store some different things. Underneath of every one of those stairs is some additional storage.
Kaiden Dansu is a type of Japanese modular stair storage that's influenced the clever design that tiny homes are known for. Building vertically, creating loft space, and hanging shelves also help make the most of every square inch.
This will actually pull out You can use that as a table, you can have it as a workspace.
This is my workspace.
That would be your workspace, yeah.
All right.
This would be your closet area.
Oh, that's a lot of closet space.
Wow.
Yeah, that's plenty of storage.
Yeah, yeah.
So also another really cool feature is this couch here. This will convert into a guest bed.
Surprisingly, it doesn't feel that cramped, actually. So what I do really like about the Mini Modern is all of the transformative features. And I do like that it's on wheels. Say, gosh, I wanted to pick up and leave. I actually could with this.
Let's look at the little kitchen dinette area.
This is my kitchen sink.
Yes. And I think it's your bathroom
It looks
sink.
like a bathroom sink. There's one sink.
Mhm.
This is it. Where's the stove?
There is no stove here, so you'd probably have to buy a hot plate.
I think this is the only place that I can put makeup on by my bathroom / kitchen sink.
But you have, you have some storage.
Yeah.
You have...
What's that? Peat moss. What is that?
So the peat moss is actually for the toilet in the bathroom. It's a composter.
I don't know what that means, but I'm
Let's
really terrified to
explore.
find out. What is that?
So the peat moss is actually for the toilet in the bathroom. It's a composter.
I don't know what that means, but I'm
Let's-
really
let's
terrified to
explore.
find out.
When it comes to tiny house options in Omaha, Rebecca is learning the true meaning of tiny. This rustic place is just 170 square feet and comes with off-grid plumbing.
We can go right through that door. That would be where that composter is.
There's no button, like where's...
It's a composting toilet, which means it's not hooked up to the city sewer or anything, so you manually have to empty it. And it uses peat moss to mix in there to keep everything sanitary.
Holy crap.
Literally.
The whole compost toilet thing for me is a nightmare.
Can you imagine dealing with a full compost toilet in the middle of the wintertime when you really have to go?
Oh my gosh. So let's move on to a topic that's a little cleaner. How about the shower? This looks a little, industrial. I can't say I'm a huge fan of the bathroom situation. I think we should move on. Okay. So what else do I get for $70,000?
Believe it or not, it does come with an additional bed. Let's wander up and take a look at that.
Okay. Seriously, I'm rappelling up to my bed. Nope, there's no room for two people. Having to rappel up and down the stairs is a little bit of a terrifying prospect for me. Nightmare being had? Oh my God! No, I will probably go unconscious and go back to sleep.
This is a lot to think about. I mean, this is definitely tiny.
Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna need to reevaluate. I think that Aaron really opened my eyes about what tiny living was.
I think it's gonna be really hard for you to find something that is a tiny house that has enough square footage for you.
What did you guys think about the Mini Modern?
I like the modern part of the Mini Modern, but I feel like this is a little too mini for me. I feel like maybe I need to change my definition of tiny to kind of tiny, just not big.
We'll probably have to push that 400 square foot requirement just a little bit. All right, well, let's go out, get out of the bugs and go take a look at some other stuff, okay?
Okay, good. Awesome.
I think Aaron showing you the Mini Modern was probably a really good idea because you said you wanted to go tiny, and that's a true tiny house.
Oh my gosh. Maybe I'm just completely off the mark with this.
You have to admit that it's cool how they use the space. It had multifunctional thing. They had storage converted to a table.
Yeah, that was super cool. But that was at least 45 minutes from wherever I wanted to be. While it was beautiful and it was woodsy and things like that, I think I have at least 20 mosquito bites from that one little house tour.
The good news is you wouldn't have like a sewer bill or anything.
The bad news is I'd be taking care of my own sewage.
Sensing Rebecca's hesitation with a house that's too tiny, Aaron comes through with a more sizable option in Midtown Omaha. The place is unfurnished, but full of potential.
So you wanted to see something a little bit bigger. We call this one the Midtown Garage. 605 square feet, fenced-in yard, everything you need.
Okay.
And it's priced at $110,000.
Wow.
So $30,000 over budget.
A little bit high, but let's take a look and see what you think.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Big open floor plan here.
Look at this quirky little staircase here. I love the pop of color. I also really like the floors.
These are a really cool wood grain ceramic tile. Another really cool eclectic thing on this house that I really, really love is this butcher block right here. It's actually from the floor of a 1920s boxcar.
This is beautiful.
And I'm sure you've noticed that this doesn't have a range oven in it. So there's no stove, there's nothing like that. It is wired for that, however.
But remember, if you want to purchase it right when you move in, you're already over budget. So that's more costs that are going to start adding up.
Yeah, I have to say I'm a little disappointed because with a house going for $110,000, you would think that you would get full appliances. So the kitchen, not ideal in the sense that it doesn't have everything right now. I'm going to have to buy nicer appliances.
Sounds like it's going to cost more money.
It's true. It's definitely more expensive.
And then over here is the bathroom. Yep.
Right, let's see how tiny it is. Oh.
It's pretty nice.
Actually, this isn't bad at all.
Yeah.
Honestly, this is a really big shower.
The tile job is awesome.
Yeah, although I would have loved like a bathtub. The rain shower made it seem like a really nice kind of spa-like bathroom. Pretty great bathroom for a tiny home.
Well, let's go up and check out the bedroom.
I'm a little nervous to...
Let's go see.
Okay. Wow, oh my gosh, this is beautiful. Wow, oh my gosh, this is beautiful.
Oh, this is pretty cool up here.
Rebecca's on the hunt for a tiny home in Omaha. She recently launched a new business with her best friend, and this place could be a home base to help run their growing business.
You get a lot of additional storage in your bedroom with this little office space. So you can use this as a desk if you wanted to put a chair right there.
Yeah.
You have plenty of room to spread out, and there's tons and tons of storage underneath here in these cabinets.
Wow. Now, the desk was ginormous. I absolutely loved it. But to be honest, like, I'm not super happy about my home office being in my bedroom. That's gonna be really hard for me to
It's gonna be really hard to separate.
Yeah. Oh, look, see, then all the way back here, well, I can hide out back here.
Exactly.
But I could put like suitcases or like anything and just stick it back there. There's tons of storage. Like, I was so impressed with how much storage there is.
What do you think about the windows behind the bed here?
I love this.
Yeah,
Honestly, it frames
makes
out the
super wide
bed
open.
beautifully. Excuse me, just gonna, this is lovely. It's kind of romantic.
I'm gonna take off. Yeah. All right, so let's go see that awesome two-car garage.
Wow, this is huge. I mean, it's not pretty.
Lots of space for storage.
I have space for everything else that I could ever really want. This is awesome. I'm super excited about being able to have a garage. That's huge.
I agree, the garage is great, but it's probably the reason for the price tag.
Well, I just love the backyard. I mean, it's beautiful.
It's a really good space.
This is a huge deck. I mean, this is awesome. Like, you could have a full dining table here. I envisage a couch here. I love the outdoor space. Like, I'm so excited about the possibility of being able to entertain outside.
So what did you think about the Midtown garage?
Honestly, the space is amazing. It's got the beautiful, fenced-in backyard.
It's $30,000 over budget.
I know. That's the one really big drawback for me. It would be really nice if we could see a place that has most of what I want, but maybe a little bit more in line with my budget.
Okay. Yeah. I think I have an idea. Let's go take a look. I have another one that we can go see.
Okay.
Cool.
Let's do it.
Oh my gosh, I love the Midtown garage. It is so quirky and fun, and I feel like I could put my real, style into it.
If you think about what you could do with that extra money, the whole point of what you're doing is to look for a small house so that you can focus on the activities and the traveling that you want to do.
Yeah, well, I mean, yes and no, because it was small enough that I feel like the maintenance wouldn't be a problem on that. I also love the outdoor deck and dining space that I could have out there. It fits my lifestyle, but the money is a problem. It would take money away from other things, and I really need to be feeding it into my business.
Yeah, I mean, that's a significant amount of money, too.
It is.
And if you're going way over budget to begin with, then you're not meeting that original goal.
They meet up with Aaron at House 3. It's the most traditional option and comes in right on target in terms of size and budget.
This one's called the Bungalow. This is located pretty close to downtown. This is 600 square feet, and it's priced at $85,000. So there's some additional storage underneath the house here. Really cool covered patio here as well. Go ahead and take a look.
Wow. I did not expect this looking from the outside of the house. This is super spacious. And
Kitchen living room combination, which makes it feel so much more spacious.
I love the open plan concept. It was really beautifully renovated. Honestly, this is a really big kitchen.
Yeah.
I'm very impressed with it. I feel like I could sit here. Do you want to go make me some eggs, please?
Plenty of space. I mean, look at how much additional space for seating there is. On top of the bar that you have here, I mean, you do still have a little area with a little breakfast nook as well.
If you really wanted, that would be an awesome office. So replace that with a desk, and you could have natural light in your office and work from there.
Yeah, I could see myself working here. So, like, if I was trying to... Wait. Well, I've spilled my wine. I don't know about you.
It looks pretty cool. Once you try to get in it, it's not very cool.
And then over here, the bathroom is just right around to your left.
Wow.
This is really big. There's a tub. I mean, that's really, really nice. There's the washer, dryer, and everything here. This is a tiny little dryer. What is this? Is this a linen closet, or?
No, that actually goes into the bedroom.
I mean, I guess that's nice. I just see some, you know, embarrassing moments happening. So, Jake, tell me. Oh, sorry. I love the bathroom. Like, the bathroom for me
really nice.
was a highlight.
And it had a tub.
Right off the bathroom here is the master bedroom.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow.
Right off the bathroom here is the master bedroom, obviously. So let's go see what that looks like.
Rebecca's a busy entrepreneur in Omaha. She's hunting for a tiny house to simplify her life while she grows her business.
Ooh. Wow. The tall ceilings continue.
It really makes
super
it
spacious.
feel big in here.
Yeah, it really does. So I see this armoire here. Is this the only closet?
Yeah, we do have some storage over here in the corner, so
Okay.
go ahead and check out the closet space.
All right. It's kind of small. They obviously added this armoire here, but I think that looks really awkward. The fact that there's only one built-in closet and that huge armoire,
But you could,
it looks awkward.
put storage underneath the bed, get a bed that's lifted up.
Have a bed on stilts.
So there is one added bonus to this as well, is it's the outdoor entertaining space. So, and there's actually a door right from the bedroom to it. So let's go take a look at
Kind of
that.
like that. Okay, let's go.
Fully fenced in and everything, so
Yeah.
big open space back here.
This is a really nice sized backyard. It's not too much to take care of.
Plenty of space for Ginger to run around here too.
Yes. So where's the garage to like store stuff?
That's our biggest downfall. This one doesn't have a garage with it.
I love the bungalow. It's got this awesome private outdoor space, and it had a really nice breakfast nook that I could turn into my office. The biggest drawback for me, storage is kind of an issue. You know, Erin, I feel like you've really shown us some awesome properties. I'm gonna have to really think about this because they all have their own trade-offs.
Yeah, there's a lot to consider.
Yeah, so I think we're gonna take some time and talk about it.
We can be in touch, okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
All right.
Erin delivered 3 tiny Omaha properties that could help Rebecca prioritize her growing company. Now, it's time to choose.
So I think it'd be good to eliminate one right out. So I think we probably both know what that is.
Off the top
First
of my
out.
head, yeah, the mini modern is out. That is so not me.
House 1 pushes the limits of tiny living at 170 square feet. Its space-saving design comes in under budget, which could be great for starting a business, but it's remote, and the eco-friendly setup means primitive plumbing and sewage.
So I think the bungalow offers a lot of your list. It has an area to turn into your office, and it's just slightly over budget.
Right.
House 3 has an open concept living space with a full kitchen and amenities, all close to budget. The bedroom has high ceilings and there's a large fenced-in yard, but it lacks character and there's no real workspace.
In the bungalow, I feel like it's gonna be harder to make it look like me. It was very nice, but it had a very basic feel to it. It could have been any apartment or townhome built anywhere. Whereas the Midtown garage was so eclectic and unique.
House 2 is just over 600 square feet, featuring a spacious kitchen and living area, and the huge 2-car garage would be great for storage. The outdoor entertaining area and location are on point too, but it's all way over budget.
If you really look at what you could do with the extra money, price between the bungalow at $85,000 and the Midtown Garage at $110,000. It would give you a lot more options to live the lifestyle that you want to travel, to go out with friends.
But either way, I'm going over budget. But the Midtown Garage is just everything that I was looking for in a property. And more than that, it's got the right feel. I think I'm gonna go all the way. I think I'm gonna get the Midtown Garage.
Obviously, I'm your friend. I support your decision. You have to find the thing that makes you happy. So cheers.
Okay, yay!
Rebecca and Ginger moved in 3 months later and quickly settled into their new neighborhood.
Good girl, Ginger. I love my tiny house. This is absolutely perfect for my lifestyle. The size is amazing, and I've been able to decorate it in such an eclectic way that just really expresses who I am. My business has finally gotten off the ground, and I've been so busy with all of that, so it's been amazing not to have a huge home to have to look after. Are you gonna party with my friends? Mm-hmm. All of my friends love coming over and hanging out. It's so good to see you.
Love your art.
Oh, thank you.
How are you finding life with a spiral staircase?
I have perfected the art of going up with a drink, but it is really best
I'm too old for that.
lean outward as you go. I do need to get a stovetop so I can properly entertain.
This is surprising. I kind of expected tiny house to be tiny.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Spending $30,000 extra for this place was a bit of a stretch for me, but it was totally worth it. Ginger absolutely loves living here. She loves the backyard. I can just let her out and play in it without having to always be with her. We got a Chardonnay open. That outdoor dining space is just absolutely phenomenal in the summertime. I got everything that I wanted, and I feel like this is a place that makes me very happy and will continue to make me happy for a long time. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for coming over.
He's a rock drummer. She's a photographer. Together, they're a team that's always on the go.
What time is your flight on Sunday?
For Emily and Julian, their current big house is just too much space. So it's time to go tiny.
Can you fit your hand in there?
Maybe one at a time.
But will their search for small in Nashville bring cheers
I really love the kitchen.
It's like a full kitchen.
or jeers?
Let's talk about that toilet. What nightmare that was.
Simmer down, you know?
Smart buyers everywhere are discovering that smaller homes mean bigger lifestyles. If you've got what it takes to live in 500 square feet or less, ingenuity rules and freedom follows. That's tiny living. Nashville, Tennessee has been attracting people from all over for decades, and today is no different. Over 80 people settle in the city daily, allured by high employment and low cost of living. Add to that a booming downtown and a bustling foodie culture, and it's easy to see why a young couple such as Emily and Julian have decided to call Nashville home.
I guess it's been really cool to move here, and people want to come here and do something. You know, they want to contribute to the town and make it a better place.
And there's so much creative energy happening. It's a fantastic place to be.
Julian and Emily bring their own unique creative energy to the Nashville scene. Julian is a drummer in the indie band The Wigs, and Emily is a commercial photographer. The two young artists first met over 8 years ago in Athens, Georgia. They spent a good 6 months touring and traveling before the friendship became something more. Julian settled in Nashville, and 2 years later, Emily followed. They took time off to tie the knot this past spring, but their schedules are back in full gear.
What time do you land in LA?
9:40.
So I'll be able to meet you at the end of the tour.
Yeah.
Does that sound good, Gus?
And this house is 1,500 square feet. I think we moved in and realized pretty quickly that that's plenty of space.
This house has an upstairs that we never go into.
We don't even know where it is.
We locked the stairs.
The two have devised a plan for the immediate future, and it involves going tiny.
We've been traveling so much that we've come up with the idea that maybe we can rent this house and we go find like a tiny home, a mobile home.
We could put it on this property because we have a backyard.
Kind of make it just a little space that we come home to when we're not on the road.
Local real estate agent Erica Petrov sees more and more clients looking to downsize in Nashville.
Tiny is a good fit for Nashville. As the market increases, things are getting more expensive, and so going tiny is a better option for a lot of people, especially young professionals just starting out.
What if we looked around, 200 square feet?
I don't really know what 200 square feet feels like, and I don't know that I will know what it feels like until Erica shows us.
Do you feel like $90,000 will work?
I don't know, but I can't sacrifice, a functional bathroom or a place that has some good natural light.
Cool, let's do it.
Okay.
The road to going tiny takes Emily and Julian to their first destination, where they meet up with Erica to see something both unique and mobile.
You ready to start?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, let's go see the Airstream.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it's cool. I like it.
So it's $80,000.
Okay.
And it's 200 square feet.
That's exactly what Julian wanted, something tiny.
And it's under budget.
Yeah, that's great.
Good. Oh, it's so cute.
Definitely has the retro feel.
Yeah, it's like rustic vintage, so much natural light.
I like it. It's spacious.
That's great. What do you think about this bed, babe?
I mean, it's about as big as our bed at home.
No, we have a queen. This looks like a full.
It's cool.
But it's comfy.
Yeah.
I like the bedroom, and it's open, it's airy. It's almost like you're in a little treehouse cloud.
And then there's under bed storage and over the bed storage.
Where are we gonna put your drums?
I don't know if we're gonna be able to have drums in any of these places.
Drums. We'll have to just live at the studio.
Yeah.
All right, let's go check out the kitchen.
Okay. I really, really love the paneling. We got a little fridge here.
Yeah.
I love all the surface.
It's like a big butcher blocks.
That sink is bigger than I would think it would be for such a small space. And looks like there's a lot of storage down here. Oh, that's cool.
It's like a hot plate, yeah.
A little toaster here. I don't need an oven. I can make toast. I mean, I can do anything with a cast iron skillet.
There's plenty of space up here, don't you think, for plates and glassware and all that?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, we could even store dry goods up there.
And then to the left is a pantry.
Okay. Oh, wow.
I like the kitchen. It has a good amount of storage, and we probably don't need all of that. We'll simplify everything.
And then right behind you is actually the eat-in kitchen.
These look like old school bus seats.
I like it. You think we could have people over?
Maybe. Can we fit 2 people side by side? We could eat like this.
I could feed you.
And then I'll feed you.
Yeah, that's about, Maybe we can modify it. I mean, maybe we could put in some stools and then fit some more people.
Besides just for dining, it makes a great home office space.
And another great workspace would be the living room ahead of us.
Oh, okay. I like all this storage here up top.
You do have side-by-side couches, which is nice.
Yeah, hey, babe.
Yeah, it's pretty big. I mean, I think that we could have people over and, we could even eat here.
We could have people here, we could have people in the kitchen.
There's storage above.
Maybe store clothes in there.
For 200 square feet, I was really surprised, how much storage it is. Is there storage underneath these benches?
These are the wheel wells underneath.
Oh, right.
It's a mobile unit.
Yeah, well, we want to take it to our house.
Awesome. All right, let's head to the bathroom.
Oh, wow. Is that a toilet? What is that?
Let's head to the bathroom.
Oh, wow.
It's pretty small.
Nashville artists Emily and Julian are transitioning to a tiny home and, in turn, making some surprising discoveries.
That looks like a terrible torture device.
It is a composting toilet.
Ooh, gross and terrible.
And there's a shower back here.
It's like a horse trough, but no, actually a horse trough would be bigger.
If we want to do a tiny home, I don't think we're going to get a real big bathroom. We should be under budget, so maybe we could do something outside.
If we were to go with this space, we would just gut it, make that room something else, and we would just have to go outdoor bathroom all the way.
What did you guys think overall?
I mean, I like it. I think if we're going to do a tiny home, this is kind of what I envisioned. They've done a good job with space in there, and the price is great.
My hang-up is hands down the bathroom. And then the other thing is, if I was ever going to use it for any kind of studio work, really the only available natural light is where the bed is.
Actually, I think I have something for you guys. Want to check it out now?
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
So what do you think of the Airstream?
It's kind of a tight little space. First of all, let's talk about that toilet. What a nightmare that was.
Let's simmer down, But I thought the kitchen was pretty good. The bedroom was cool. There was some natural light there.
It's not really conducive to shooting. It would be really tricky. And must I say it again, the bathroom was a total nightmare.
It's good to know you like the bathroom, and we'll keep that in mind for the next place.
Emily and Julian continue their search for the perfect tiny home, this time visiting a mix of traditional design with modern mobility.
All right, guys, welcome to the Red House. This house is coming in at $90,000, so it's right on budget.
Perfect. It's tiny, huh?
Well, it's 190 square feet.
So it's even smaller than what we saw this morning.
Also, notice it's on a hitch.
Yeah.
And so it's completely movable.
That's great.
So let's go inside.
Oh, wow.
Nice. It's cool. I like it.
It's tiny.
Kind of has that rustic vibe.
For sure.
I'm not crazy about the color tone of the wood. Maybe we could paint it.
Yeah, for sure. I like what they did with the ceiling. It makes it feel a little more spacious. Style is pretty unique. It is mobile, so I think that's really great. Does the fireplace work?
The fireplace does work, and it's electric.
I think that's really unique to have in such a small home and something I'm pretty excited about.
And then over here, we have a little office space for you.
Yeah, this like light would be great for shooting. And, yeah, I mean, like having the 3 windows is really nice. Lots of natural light.
Does that pull out into a bed?
It is an antique sofa. It might need some love if you were going to pull it out.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, if we had like a dinner party or something, yeah, maybe we could do like a custom built-in or something. Make better use of the space. I'm not crazy about the furniture that's in there.
We'd like to have people over. Hopefully without too much money, we could make it right.
Check out the kitchen.
It's pretty good. It's big.
And then notice to your right, there is a full oven.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and a cooktop.
You can do a full Thanksgiving dinner. Nice. Yeah, it's like a full kitchen.
Love the light here at the sink, and this is a good double sink. And this is like really great surface area. I mean, this is tile. I really love the kitchen. I shoot a ton of food. I also prepare a lot of the food that I shoot.
There's a lot of storage.
I thought this was a dishwasher, but it's just a refrigerator, but that's fine.
And then behind Julian is actually some extra storage.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, we can use this for linens or dry storage, and it looks like up there is storage space.
Well, let's check out the bathroom. It's just right behind you.
Oh, God, it's so tiny.
That is a pretty small bathroom.
Babe, look at this shower. It's a full shower, though.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Look at that tiny sink, babe. That's like Guinness Book World Record tiny sink. Can you fit your hand in there?
Maybe one at a time.
We both have like electric toothbrushes. I don't know how we would even get them under that faucet to brush our teeth. Can you get in the shower? Do you fit?
Yeah, let me see. I might be a little taller than the shower head.
You're gonna have to do some squats. Might take a shower, yeah. I feel like this is like a weekend warrior bathroom. Like, could we do this 7 days a week?
It's better than the Airstream bathroom.
It's an improvement. I mean, it is like, it has a real toilet.
Things are looking up from the last one.
For sure.
All right, you guys ready to go see the bedroom?
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right,
let's do
let's
it.
pile out.
Let's see where the magic happens.
Go ahead.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
Ready to check out the bedroom?
Oh, wow. It's like a whole other room.
Emily and Julian are on the hunt for their own tiny home and realize that tiny can still mean private.
I mean, it's nice. It gives you a lot of privacy. Separate door.
Yeah, separate door. I mean, I love all the light in here, the 3 windows. I wonder if we could get like some kind of Murphy Better fold away so we could set up a little studio space.
Yeah.
There is a closet. Maybe you could add a few shelves to make it more functional.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's storage here.
We would definitely need to borrow the storage in the kitchen for, you know, other personal items.
So we've seen the entire house. Let me know what you guys think.
I know that Emily will probably kill me if we don't get a bathroom better than the last one. And so I'm excited about that. And then having the doors really makes a difference and a little more privacy. I think I could get behind this.
I'm like really into how much natural light there is in this space. I love the kitchen, but 190 square feet is still like a little small for me.
Okay. Well, the next one I'm gonna show you guys is a little bit larger. Let's head over there right now.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay, let's go.
The thing that I like about the Red House is having like the closed-in bedroom. Like, it's great for privacy.
I felt pretty good about it. It felt bigger in some ways than the Airstream, which was...
Yeah, which is weird because it was smaller. The bathroom, I mean, let's be honest, that was better than the Airstream bathroom. I mean, it did have a flushing toilet, but you could never wash your hands in that sink.
It's a one-person bathroom for sure, but...
Wash your hands in the shower?
Yeah, or the toilet.
House 3 on Emily and Julian's search brings them to their biggest place yet in both size and price.
All right, guys, we're at the Country Cabin. This one's coming in at 250 square feet. Great. However, it's less mobile than the others we've seen because it's not actually on wheels. Okay. And is a little over budget at $105,000.
Oh, wow, it's expensive.
That's not so bad. I mean, look at this porch. This is great.
I mean, it's cool.
Yeah. Ready to go inside?
Okay.
Sure. Okay. Oh, wow, look how cute.
What do you guys think?
I mean, I like how open it is. I love the ceilings. It's great. And look at this comfy couch.
How is it?
Comfy. I know this is more than our budget, but it's great. It's open, you walk in, it's airy. I love the gray floors, the gray wood. I love the tone so much better than the red house.
It is nicer, but I don't feel like it's a lot bigger.
I see the storage. I'm a little concerned about how bulky the storage is. I think this kind of takes away some of the square footage.
Yeah, so maybe some smaller pieces might be more functional
Yeah,
for you?
maybe. While there is room in the country cabin, 50 extra square feet, I actually would love to see like another 50 square feet, but don't know if that's an option.
This is a studio, so you would actually pull the sofa out,
Oh.
and then it would be a queen-size bed.
Do you really want to sleep on a pull-out every night, babe?
Yeah, I guess it'd be a pain.
I think one of my other concerns is that the only natural light is from this window and from the patio doors. The ceilings are high. I could throw up some strobes if I needed to, but I would have to set up a table here on the porch.
All right, welcome to the kitchen.
That's nice.
This little mini fridge has a real freezer.
Yeah, that's nice.
This is the only place that we've seen that has like a true freezer. That's
cool.
great.
Microwave?
Look at all the surface area. It's awesome. And these cabinets are really beautiful.
You could tell why. It's a little more than we can afford. Granite countertops, a big sink.
Great storage, but there's no stove. But all I really need is a hot plate.
See this piece of artwork? It actually turns into a table.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Julian, you want to take it off the wall?
Sure.
All right.
Someone put it on there really well.
Oh, wow, look at that.
Cool.
Welcome to the dining room.
All right, here, help me pull these
It's a versatile space.
legs out.
You're probably wondering where the chairs are.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow, look at that.
And more art comes off the wall.
Oh,
Yeah.
check it out. I mean, this is great. I mean, we can definitely fit more than 2 people around this table. I think what they did with the dining area is like incredibly resourceful. We can sleep here, we can eat here, we could entertain in this space.
Okay, let's head over to the bathroom.
Oh, wow, oh my goodness.
Cool,
The
yeah.
full bathroom.
Full shower.
Yeah, I love it. And there's like all this storage space here. There's room for a hamper. That's incredible.
How does the sink work? I think you wash your hands on the toilet. I think you wash your hands on the toilet.
Emily and Julian are hunting for a new tiny home in Nashville, and both see firsthand how going tiny necessitates a better use of space.
Well, actually, it's an eco-friendly toilet and sink because the water from the sink fills the tank after the flush.
That's incredible.
Pretty cool.
Compared to the Airstream bathroom, this is like our bathroom at home.
As much as I like it, you know, this is not cheap.
I'm willing to spend more money to make this work. And top of that list is a bathroom. I love this porch. It's so great.
Maybe you could shoot a little bit out here like we talked about earlier?
Sure.
It's nice, but, you know, that's going to be a big ordeal, this thing not being on wheels.
It would be a little trickier than the other 2 that we've seen because you'd have to get a flatbed truck, and there are some unknowns with moving it, disassembling the porch being one of them.
Yeah, we really have to be careful not to spend money that we don't have.
But I like the space. And then, of course, I love the bathroom.
Okay, well, it sounds like you guys have a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
Let's head out.
Their 3 tours done, Emily and Julian head back to their current home to determine exactly what comes next in their quest for tiny.
I mean, I think the best thing to do is see if we can rule one out. You know, which
Airstream.
one? I think the Airstream.
Airstream.
House 1 is ready and willing to go mobile. A quirky tiny house on wheels that comes in $10K under budget at $80,000. Its 200 square foot interior offers nice light for both living and photography, but the composting toilet and tight shower begs for an outdoor bathroom solution.
I mean, do you want to climb out of bed and go to an outhouse?
No, I don't want to do that.
Okay.
But the red house is probably the one that I feel pretty good about.
House 2 is the smallest of the 3 homes, coming in at a truly tiny 190 square feet. It's right on budget at $90,000 with a kitchen that provides plenty of room as well as a separate bedroom. The bathroom, however, redefines tiny with a minuscule sink and a truly cramped shower.
It's within our budget. The way they divided the rooms is pretty good. Actually felt bigger to me than the Airstream. You have the privacy in the bedroom, and it had a full kitchen that was nice. I know the bathroom is small, but it is, I think, enough space.
So what do you think of the country cabin? I mean, the bathroom in that place is like a proper bathroom.
House 3 tops off the 3 properties in size at 250 square feet. It also comes at a premium at $105,000. That's $15K over budget. The fold-away bed creates room for entertaining, and the bathroom is a great use of space. The limited internal light and lack of mobility, however, do come in as definite challenges.
But it's way over our budget, and then we have to move it to our property, so that's a major cost. And you weren't in love with the natural light. You know, it really wasn't enough.
I just feel like we're not getting everything that we want, and none of these properties are big enough to me.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, like, would it be crazy for us just to build something? And instead of moving something in dryer.
That'd be nice. Yeah, I mean, I'm up for it. If you think we can pull it off, you wanna give it a shot?
I would love to. What do you think, Gus?
In pursuit of the ultimate bathroom, the 2 break ground in their backyard, and within 3 months, they've got a new tiny home at 350 square feet that comes in way under budget at $35K.
I love our tiny house. Seeing all those spaces with Eric have inspired the space that we built. We put in as many windows as we could. We even put in a glass front door to maximize the natural light. Can you just bounce it a little bit more into the wall for me? It's like a perfect mini photo studio.
And the bathroom is...
The bathroom of my dreams. We ended up building out 350 square feet, so we're bigger than the spaces that we saw.
350 is still small. It's maybe too extreme to go all the way down to 200.
190.
Or 190. But I am happy with this size. We ended up spending $35,000, which of course is way under the initial budget. That really opens us up to do what we wanted, which is not only live in a tiny home and rent out the main home, but hopefully travel and do some other things in our lives. I think if you have the opportunity to build your own home, it's a really exciting task and build what exactly you want.
Wanna go for a walk?
Moving tiny has been great. We really can focus our lives on other things. When we're home, we can go out and see our friends, and just the overall maintenance and cost of living has gone down quite a bit.
It's nice to have you home, babe. Living tiny is like our new Nashville adventure. It's a new part of our Nashville story.
Whether the goal is owning that first home or even a vacation getaway in a far-flung location, hopeful homeowners everywhere are questioning how much living space they really need. And when building isn't an option, turning to the real estate market can make tiny homeowning dreams come true in a big way.
There's seating for 4 people.
This is awesome. Look at this. This is so creative for a tiny house.
If you've ever wanted to live the simple life in a tiny space, you'll be amazed. Wilderness locations, urban habitats. When buying a property under 500 square feet, ingenuity rules and freedom follows.
Oh, ow! It does not pass the nightmare test.
That's tiny living. Lauren Stovall is the lead singer and guitarist in the Rail Splitters Bluegrass Band.
I'm originally from Jackson, Mississippi, but I came to Boulder to pursue a career in cosmetology and then fell into music. Some of my favorite things about living in Boulder, number one would be the food here. Organic, local, homegrown food. Also, it's a very active community. There's a lot to do. It's a small town with a big city vibe. I'm on the road a lot with the band. It'd be great to have a place to come home to, and I think it's time that I own my own house.
Skip, jump up.
Yeah, so I'm searching for a tiny house as opposed to a regular-sized home because I like the efficiency of it. I don't own a lot of stuff as I travel a lot. The budget itself, too, is pretty appealing with the tiny house.
Do you think Skippy's gonna like the tiny house? Is there enough room for him?
Oh, look how little he is. He's gonna be fine in the tiny house. He's so little.
Christine and I actually play in the Rail Splitters together, and she's been interested in tiny houses, and I just think that she's gonna be a great partner in helping me find exactly what's right for me. I think being in the band, being on the road, actually probably has helped us practice for tiny.
Yeah.
I think 250 square feet will be just enough space, and the budget for my tiny home search is $50,000. I'm looking for something with a kitchen that I can actually cook real food in, as on the road we eat a lot of processed food, and a nice living area that I can read and write music in.
I'm really hoping Lauren can find a bright and shiny, inspirational space, because if she finds a space that has sort of a dark and dingy feel, she might write some songs that aren't so good for me to play in the band.
So Boulder is really an expensive place to own a house, and there's so many people who want to live in Boulder, and there's a limited supply. So you either have a lot of money or you get creative, and part of that creativity is you got to find a small niche where you're going to be, and tiny homes are definitely a part of that.
Wow. Oh, look how cute it is.
Hey, ladies.
Hey, Neil, how's it going?
Going great. How are you? The first time out, it's really important to get a baseline. When we show exactly the price and exactly the size, then we get an idea of what they're looking for and see if that meets their expectations. So this one's the Aspen.
The tin roof is great, especially in the rain. Love to listen to that going to bed.
$50,000.
Oh, that's perfect.
Right on budget, and it's 250 square feet.
That's kind of perfect
So,
all
come on.
around.
Yeah, let's come in and
All
take a
right.
look.
Oh, it's so cute.
Oh, wow, look at these ceilings.
Yeah.
So here's the kitchen.
Awesome.
Look at all the light that you have in here.
You've got
Great
180
view.
degrees of view.
Yeah, it really is. It's gorgeous.
You've got a little sink,
Yeah.
a one-burner induction stove,
Fancy.
a little fridge.
The sink is really cool too, but again, it's a little small for my taste.
You know, when you go tiny, you have to make some compromises. There is room to put in a bigger stainless sink,
Mhm.
but then you'd lose more countertop.
Right.
So you have to decide what's more important.
I think when Lauren goes tiny, she's gonna have to modify some of her existing recipes.
Well, this is a nice big cabinet, but this seems to be like the only storage. I wonder if this would be extendable.
Sure.
For the counter space and the storage. And it could even be like a little cubby where I'm able to like eat on the surface.
Or, you know, you could do kind of a fold-down table in this area and have some eating options.
Neil had some great ideas as far as the unused space in the kitchen. I really don't want to stand up and eat, and I also wouldn't want to sit on the couch and eat. So it wouldn't put me too far over
No,
my budget.
I think you'd be okay.
Okay.
Let's go take a look at the living room.
All right. Well, I really like this, actually a sitting area in here, because that's really important to me. I've got to have a place to sit and read and to write. And, you know, it's a beautiful ceiling, but the ceilings are pretty low, and kind of wish that there was more windows back here. It would really open this room up a lot. Maybe a little dark for me. So does this couch come with the place?
It is.
Cool.
It actually folds out to a bed.
That's nice. So I would have the option of overnight guests if I wanted. There's a couch in there that's really comfortable that's included. But I don't know if that's a huge priority for me as far as, you know, that versus the sunlight and a great place to write music.
Is that all the closet space there is?
That's what it is.
Yeah, a little hanging space, but I think, you know, I could make it work. I've downsized a lot. I'm used to living out of a suitcase.
I think Lauren has more things than she thinks she does. But she's really determined to go tiny. Well, and it looks like you might have some extra storage in here in the back of the stairs, and
Yeah,
that's awesome.
that's a really good spot.
Another thing is these cool cork floors.
Oh, these are nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit softer than hardwood and a little bit warmer.
Oh, that's a big benefit here.
Yeah. Let's check out the bathroom.
Oh, wow, look at this. Look at the window. The light in here is like unbelievable.
The high ceilings just make it seem so much bigger than it is.
And if the sunlight comes right down, I can get ready in the morning, put my makeup on. This is great. So it looks like this is not a composting toilet, eh? We got a little flushy flush. That's cool.
Oh, look at all this linen storage right here.
Yeah, this is a ton of space right here. And then this full-size shower I did not expect. I can like sing when I shower. I love it.
Have a window that opens.
A little ventilation. Never hurt anybody.
Let's take a look at the loft.
Okay. Ooh, fancy. Look at that. The light in here is like unbelievable. I can like sing when I shower.
Boulder-based artist Lauren Stovall is after an inspiring tiny house to live and write music in. And although she thinks this 250 square foot space living room lacks natural light, the bathroom scores some major points.
This has a permanent fixed staircase. It takes up a little bit of space, but there are some storage shelves.
Ooh, fancy. Look at that. That's a great little feature. I love that. How creative.
The light up here is really great.
You know, it's sunny, which I like. You're hitting your head?
Yeah.
Well, then you can't sleep up here.
No sleepovers for me.
I feel like I have a bad dream. Wake up in the middle of the night. It's like totally okay. It's like totally fine.
Do you think Skippy can get up those stairs?
Might be a little too steep for him, but at least I wouldn't have to carry him up a ladder because that's just
true.
dangerous. There's definitely some pluses and minuses. The best thing is that it's right on my budget, right at $50,000. The bathroom was unbelievable, and it's just so bright in there, and I love that.
Well, I know that's important to you. I have one in mind that there's tons of light and maybe a little bit more space, so let's go.
All right. You know, it had some really great features. And I liked the kitchen, minus the lack of counter space. That was a little unfortunate. But that could be remedied.
For more money.
For more money, of course. The living area does seem a little cramped for the square footage. I'm hoping maybe for a little bit more open floor plan. Maybe have the band over for rehearsal.
Yeah,
or,
tiny rehearsal.
Yeah, tiny rehearsal.
Ready to see another house?
Yeah.
Adjacent to a local horse barn, Neil aims for enough living room space for a 5-piece band jam session with House 2.
This one looks really different.
So this is the modern. It's a little bit bigger at 300 square feet,
Okay.
but also a little bit more expensive at $55,000.
Okay. Oh, wow. Oh. Super high ceilings, wow.
Could totally get the upright bass.
Totally, we could have band practice over here.
It might be a little bit selfish of me to say, but I would love to rehearse here.
I love the lighting.
Have like a 180-degree view in here.
The views are awesome. Does this fold out?
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh, it
So
looks
that
like
folds out to a little
cool.
futon, little guest area.
That's nice, yeah, for when parents come to visit.
Yeah, everything's modular, so you can move it around, so.
Think about all of the sunshiny songs you could write in here. Oh, and you have a nice patio.
Definitely enough space for guests, that's for sure. So the modern versus the Aspen especially, there's a lot of room. 300 square feet is actually really a big difference.
There's seating actually for 4 people.
This is awesome. Look at this. This is so creative for a tiny house. Doesn't take up any space hardly, but very functional. This is cool.
Ooh.
That's a lot of space. Look at that. And
Is this storage down here too?
Whoa. This could be my pantry area, so I won't have to go grocery shopping quite as much.
There is even more space.
Are you serious?
Take a look at this.
Oh my gosh, this is a closet? Whoa. I'm not even sure I have enough stuff to fill this space.
Well, your wardrobe could go from like almost homeless to a Liberace type wardrobe.
I don't know if I need that. It defeats the whole purpose of going tiny. Going tiny is, you know, the idea of downsizing, and I do like that idea. And this is a challenge that I really want to take on.
But you're still a girl, you're still a performer,
Right.
You're gonna have stuff.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Let's take a look at the kitchen.
Okay. This is a great space.
Big sink and an induction plate.
This is such a cute little space.
This fridge is so much bigger than the Aspen.
I love the huge sink. I could do all of my dishes at once.
We have some more storage up here.
It's just like the one on the other side of the room. Super functional, and they're really pretty.
This place is not lacking for storage.
It's not lacking a lot of storage, but really not much counter space.
Seems like your kitchen is really spread out here too. You
Yeah,
know,
that's
you have
true.
your toaster oven and actual oven are just so far away.
I guess those are little things that I'd have to just think about.
Whoa.
Oh, wow, look at this space. This is a huge bathroom.
Is this like a noodle bowl or something?
This is your tiny spa.
My tiny spa. I have like a shower head. I mean, it's kind of like a microphone.
Yeah.
You take me away from here. Well, it's cool, but is it functional? I would like to take showers. How much time is it going to take to fill this? And I'm normally running out the door.
Something to think about.
It's cool, but is it functional?
So far, singer-songwriter Lauren Stovall is having mixed feelings about this unique bathroom in this 300 square foot modern space just outside Boulder, Colorado. It's $5K over budget at $55,000.
Well, at least you have a full flushing toilet, looks like.
Oh, yeah, not
toilet.
compost.
Look at this vanity.
Just, again, more storage in this house. I love the sink.
Ooh, it's on the side.
Little space-saving action here. The cabinetry is cool. Somebody that was not short installed this. It's a great cabinet, but it would have to be brought down.
Okay, let's take a look at the loft.
All right.
Okay.
So you can see that it's not a permanent staircase. We just have a ladder.
Uh-huh. Oh. If I did get this place, I would want to install a staircase. It's just too dangerous. Oh, this is cool. There's a nice little window up here and a nice little comfy bed. Oh, ow! It does not pass the nightmare test,
Are you okay?
that's for sure.
Are you okay, Lauren?
I think I'm okay, but it is very private, which is pretty cool. It's kind of a tight space, but it definitely explains why the living area is so roomy, because you definitely sacrifice that space.
Definitely a compromise.
Overall, it's really beautiful, but it's already over my budget, so I don't have anything to work with as far as making modifications. Do you have any place in mind that we could look at that's within my budget?
Yeah, let's go take a look.
Okay. It had some really great features, and everything was a little angular, a little cold, a little sterile feeling.
Well, I mean, that different sort of creative energy could also be a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great point. Different's not necessarily bad. I'm just not sure yet.
And so much light, though.
I know, the light in the living room was great.
Trying to give Lauren a bargain, Neil's next place is a newly built bare bones option.
This is the one I call the cabin.
It's a little plain, but I love the fact that there's windows, and again, the tin roof is really cool.
It's coming in under budget at $45,000.
Wow, that's great. What's the catch?
It's a little bit smaller, 200 square feet.
Ooh, that is small. Oh, wow, it is very rustic. Love the high ceilings. I do love the light, and it looks like it's pretty even throughout the house. There's not one place in the house that's really saturated in light. That's okay because it's spread evenly throughout.
So here is a built-in bench.
It's so cushy.
Well, yeah.
I guess I'd have to add some cushions.
There's a few things to add in this place. Remember, this is under budget, so you do have some money to work with.
I do like the setup of this and that there's storage underneath. Could probably get some baskets to put under here.
These walls, they're a nice tongue and groove
Ooh.
knotty pines. You can keep them as is and they're beautiful, or you can actually stain them a little bit.
Do you think you're gonna be able to finish it while we're touring?
I guess it could become an ongoing project, which I don't really know if I love.
I don't know if we're gonna get the 5-piece band in here. I think you could have overnight guests.
And that'd have to be one skinny overnight guest.
Whoa.
It's doable.
It's doable.
Just don't,
That's for
just
sure.
don't roll over.
Lacking with the square footage in the cabin could create some problems with having guests.
It also has an electric fireplace, so it would have no problem heating the whole place.
That's amazing that that would heat the whole place.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Here we have a
Oh.
nice
that's
little
handy.
table here that just folds up.
A little plain, but very creative.
You probably can't leave anything on the tabletop, right? Otherwise, it has to come out this far all the time.
Yeah, it'd be a little inconvenient. I don't really love the table that's there. I'd probably replace that with something or make it look a little nicer. Wow, look at this countertop. This is huge.
Yo, where are you cooking this place?
You do have power right here. There's options.
And look at this big double sink. Look at that. It's got a little spray thing. How easy for washing dishes is that?
Well, it looks like you have some storage down here.
It's a lot of storage.
Ooh, and check out these hooks.
These are handy. You can hang like utensils and cups, coffee
yeah.
mugs. That's a good idea.
That's a good idea.
Pots and pans over there.
I feel kind of boxed in here.
Yeah, it does feel a little bit sardini.
It is 100 square feet less than the modern, so you're gonna notice it somewhere, and I think we're noticing right here in the kitchen.
For sure. Yeah.
Right behind you is the bathroom.
Wow.
Where's the door?
Not very private bathroom, but a
No.
bathroom.
You actually could add a door here.
Uh-huh.
A nice sliding barn door might be a good option.
That would be priority for sure.
This countertop vanity top is awesome.
Ooh, I love this.
So
This is my
stylish.
favorite color. beautiful.
So what kind of toilet is this?
This is a compost toilet. That's a little bit different than what we've been seeing, and a little bit more work.
I kind of expected to come across a place with a compost toilet, and I think it's something that I could learn to love, hate. We'll see.
You have to dump your dumps?
You do have to dump your dump. This is a compost toilet. You do have to dump your dump.
This 200 square foot tiny house is a little more rustic than Lauren might like, but it's $5K under budget at $45,000.
This is a cool shower,
This
though.
is great. This is a shower and a bath, so I would have the option.
Oh, wow, is this the closet?
That's the closet.
Do you think this is big enough for you?
I think it'd be fine. It goes back pretty deep, so I guess that's the staircase, actually.
That's the staircase.
Cool.
Well, let's go take a look at that staircase and up onto the loft.
All right.
This is a permanent staircase.
Wow, I like this. Oh, look, it's like open, a lot of light.
Yeah, good.
Let's see if it passes the nightmare test. Yep, it does. It's got enough room. There's even some light switches.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's nice. I can turn off the lights from the bed. It's a great little loft.
Okay, great.
I liked all of the houses for many different reasons. I just got to weigh the options, see what's best.
Once you make a decision, give me a call.
All right. All the houses that we saw are pretty great, but
they're also different, too.
They were really different.
But let's try to narrow it down to 2.
I think I could get rid of the Aspen.
At 250 square feet, House 1 is right on budget at $50,000. The bathroom has a lot going for it, but Lauren still isn't getting the right vibe overall.
The bathroom was amazing, but I probably won't be spending as much time in the bathroom as I will be in the living room writing songs. It's just too dark in there. I really didn't feel very inspired at all.
Plus the low ceilings just made it feel really confined. I didn't think that one was right for you.
Definitely.
So out of the cabin or the modern, which one do you think you could see yourself in?
I think the cabin. I really like the cabin.
The 200 square foot cabin is $45,000 and has the right amount of kitchen counter space Lauren is after.
The best thing of all is it's a little under budget, even though it's a little bit unfinished and I'll still have to, put my own touch on it. That's actually kind of exciting to me.
I can see you in the modern, actually.
Really?
The biggest property at 300 square feet is the well-lit modern space for $55,000.
I know the style isn't completely you, but I think that the lighting in there is absolutely fantastic. The views of the mountains, I think that's really going to inspire your music.
It's true, it does have great lighting, but I didn't really love the noodle bowl bathtub. It's just really not practical for everyday use.
But how practical is a compost toilet?
I think I could get used to that. But I don't know if I could ever get used to the loft that's in the modern. There's no way Skippy could come up there with the ladder. It was super tight and cramped. It's over budget also. I really think the cabin is gonna be more inspirational for me.
Yeah. All right, I played devil's advocate. I think my job's done. All right, let's go.
Cool. Skip. Is this yours? High four. Oh, that was so good. So I was really happy to be able to stay under budget with the cabin. It's been great. There are still some modifications I'm gonna have to make. Tiny kitchen utensils. Love my little cheese grater. Cute and functional. Been traveling with the band a lot and haven't had that much time to focus on the house and sort of those changes that I need to make. But I'm really looking forward to when I get to really hone in on this house and really get to make it my own. I'm really looking forward to that. In my tiny house. It was about a year before I bought the tiny house that I was couch surfing and, just crashing at friends' houses and camping, and that was a great experience, but it is so nice. Having a home base is, it's just so nice to finally have that after this long of just being all over the place. So with sacrificing a little bit of square footage, I'm not able to have as much company over as I thought maybe would be nice. We don't have a lot of band practice up here, but what I do like is that there's still room to have 1 or 2 people over at a time. I'm totally fine with that. Skippy loves the cabin. It's great. Good boy! And actually being in my house sort of feels like I'm outside. That's kind of where my creativity comes from. It's super inspiring space for me, and I love it.